party. Best, we're doing it right in a row right now. 1 day tournament, single elimination. Winner of this goes all the way through, taking home $50. But the real prize is that this D1 player proves themselves to come down to the pro bracket starting at the end of this month. So
Mm,
that's where we're at. That's where we're at. All right, guys. Oh, Gene said,
incredible.
ah, damn it. I was just ready to smash it. And then BRB said, and then Gene said BRB. Ah.
He timed it. No, he was listening. He's like, 1 second, 1 second. I'll hold off the toilet. Okay, now I need to go. Ivor's like about to hit his intro.
Damn it. I was just about to smash the intro too. Um,
We got Berg watching, we got Legend watching, we got QN watching, we got all the big people watching. They want to see who's gonna come up to their level.
the big names, they want to know. They want to know who's going to join that pro party. We'll see Legend. We keep putting Legend in pro, although if Legend doesn't practice, if Legend goes another tournament without practicing, we might have to bump Legend down to D1. That's the warning, Legend. You heard it.
Ooh,
Because
maybe
he
that's his strategy, Ivor.
his strategy's not practicing the maps.
No, going down to D1.
Oh yeah, that's yeah, he's trying to drop. He's trying to
Oh
get that
God,
$50.
I'm out of these stuff. Noob. Wow, wow. All right, all right. I'm
All right.
excited. Gene versus Ed. You know, you got the wild card Ed who will throw at you. He will just be. You never know. It's like, you play Blitz, you say, okay, he'll probably go on, oh, whatever. You're facing a Soviet player, you know what's going to happen more or less. You're facing an Allied player, AVA. You know the matchups. You're like, I've done a few games. I know what's going to happen. And then Ed comes along and he's like, you thought you knew what was going to happen.
Yep. And that's when it flips everything you know on its head, right like that. Happens pretty quick with a
Yeah.
player like Ed. I think sure we'll be seeing some GI rushes from him, some early shenanigans, especially on a map like this. Oh, Berg, I didn't see your little hamburger saying hi to me. It's so cool. The little burger
Uh,
saying hi. All right, let's do it. Let's smash the intro. Let's get it going. Oh, hold on. Tunnel. Tunnel. Oh, yes. I didn't do it without selecting the tunnel. Wow, this is going to be a
Nice.
big
You
day.
got you got the colors, you got the tunnel, you got everything, man.
We're in it, man. We're in it.
We're in the zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another round of the Blitz World Series.
All right, all right, all right. Here we go, guys. The first round of the D1 tournament. We got Gene in blue on the left, Ed in red on the right. Both couple top level players. We haven't seen Gene play much Blitz. He did get a show match in on the Kong map and definitely learned the mechanics of it. But this map's been playing so differently. Snark, you've gotten a ton of reps in on it. What do you think some critical things are on this map? What are the important things to do as a player looking to win?
All right, so critical things. I mean, the tech are a huge advantage, but they're also a risk, right? You want to go for the tech. So here we already see that Gene has made an engineer, but Ed's dog, all right, sentry gun comes into counter the dog. Gene is like, this engie is going to be here. Tank's going to come out. I'm going to get this tech early on. But he went War Factory first. So we're going to see if that's going to pay off because Ed went oil first, which means his eco is going to be a little bit better. We're going to watch Gene's eco. Paying for an engineer, going War Factory first. Look at it drop to 0 very soon if he keeps building.
Yep, and you don't want to start bottoming out, obviously. It really puts the pressure on those early rhinos to really make something happen with them. You sacrifice to have the early rhino advantage, and if you're not going to do anything with it, you're putting yourself behind. Now, the interesting thing to see this build from Ed, this is really scary to me. These buildings right on the edge of the ledge here is really stressful. If you lose that ledge, now the opponent can start shooting down on you. So that's one thing we saw a lot of issues with. If you're going to be close to the ledge, you got to be able to control the ledge. Can be really problematic, but obviously you see Ed putting that sentry up on the cliff is a good idea, defending it, but if he gives up the higher ground, it's tough.
Yeah, so he does have the sentry guns there, but Gene's take control so far has been more impressive, taking down Ed's rhinos. Left, right, and center. Another sentry gun comes up, and Ed will be able to hold on here. Let's do an oil count real quick. Gene on 2 oils, Ed on 4 oils. Gene just got his 3rd oil. So Ed is still ahead on the eco. This is because Gene is bottoming out, so his oils aren't building as fast. So he might not have to make another power, but at the end of the day, Ed is ahead.
Yeah, that early rush for the power plant that just wasn't quite dialed in. It's the right idea, but yeah, wasn't quite tuned in. Now trying to bring some fodder into the mix. Ed opting for conscripts, Gene opting for dogs. And Ed looking super comfortable here. You got to love that 3K. when your opponent's bottoming out. That's always nice.
Indeed, indeed. His opponent's constantly batting out. Still on 3 oils. Ed gets the tech airport in the top. He builds a barracks close to the edge so he could keep spamming sentry guns and take control of the center. But Gene goes around him. He's in Ed's base. Ed's gonna go for a trade. No, what are you doing, Ed?
Ooh,
You had the fodder, you had the tanks. What is he going for? The MCV is the target, but Gina's gonna get the war factory super fast here. Oh, it's gonna come down to a base trade. Ed does have more buildings. He does have sentry guns. He does have fodder. Ed needs to target the right buildings. Finish it off here. It's only a barracks and power plant. It's only a barracks and a power plant. Get the barracks and the power plant and you win, Ed.
Yeah,
Ed.
now Ed's pulling back. This is very, Ed just needs to shoot
Ed,
that
get
power.
the power.
Ed, shoot the power plant, end the game. Oh, so Ed doesn't know that. Ed must have forgotten that oils don't count as buildings. He had
Ed
to
could have won it right there.
easily.
Ivor, what was that? He's still gonna win, but what was that?
He had to. Ed forgot that oils don't count as buildings. I mean, that's the only explanation.
The only explanation, indeed, guys. You gotta remember, oils do not count as buildings. He destroys sentry gun. Only the power left to that, it's over.
Yep. So Ed takes home that first one decisively. Yeah, and Gene just strung himself out a little bit farther. You know, it's one of the hardest things for players who have less reps in Blitz is that early build order and stuff like that. Managing your economy is tricky. He got a little too excited about the power plant and just strung himself out a little bit. But you know, it was a good game. There's some interesting decisions being made there at the end. Ed not destroying that power plant was pretty stressful.
Yeah. I don't know what he was doing there. There was one sentry gun, one power plant. He would have destroyed those two. He would have won right away. But now we're switching it up, Ivor. AVA, completely different name of the game here. What can these players throw at each other? Hopefully, Gene doesn't go too early for the tech and maybe an early war factory again, because you saw how, like right at the beginning he was ahead, but you know, as the game continued, he just fell further and further and further behind.
Yep. Yeah, once you start bottoming out early on, it just gets worse and worse and worse. It'll be interesting to see now Allied versus Allied here. Ooh, Ed building right into the death triangle. That's what I call that section of the map where everyone can shit down on you. but Ed, but Ed did seem to have an understanding of that. He was close to the cliff, but then he was spamming those sentry guns up there. So it worked out fine for him, obviously. Yep.
Indeed. So both players going with the oil first approach, but Ed with the GIs out. Gene, no GIs yet. We'll see if Ed can get the value for these GIs. Anti-scouting so far. I don't think Gene has gotten a scout on Ed's base. Let's keep that in mind. Now there's a dog on the right, top right going in. War factory for Gene, 2 oils for Ed. Again, a bit of a difference in philosophy here. We'll see if it pays off. Now Gene spamming the conscripts to counter Ed's conscripts. He should be able to hold on here if the GIs are out already.
Yeah, this GI push from Ed is interesting. It was like a, ooh,
what is Gene doing?
Death
Gene
March.
just threw away all of his GIs. He's now going to try and crush. Oh, there was a cheer there from one of the players.
Yeah.
Lost the Grizzly early on, and Ed is ahead in red.
Ooh, and rough up on the cliff here is really tough. Pillbox a little late to the party. Doesn't lose the oil though. That's okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that was interesting from Ed. It was like a heavy anti-scout turned delay attack sort of thing. It was interesting. Yeah, Gene taking advantage of the crater there. Good. Yep, the crater's always
now
nice.
Gene is way ahead.
And I'm not sure where Ed's tanks are at. Ed. Yep, and that's why
now
you call it the death triangle.
Yep. Yeah, coming into play there. Down goes his barracks. Now, if he was making a war factory, no, that's cancelled. Okay, but Ed should be able to hold on with the GIs, maybe. It's going to come down to tank control.
Yep, getting the crater.
Those GIs putting in some work.
Yep, getting in the crater, healing up again. Yeah, the GIs are tilting the tides right now. He needs to be careful about those. Path in the house. Did you see Path's game yesterday, Snark? It's a lot of fun.
Yes. Path is one of those players that is definitely fun to watch and horrible to play against.
And horrible to play against. Oh god, and Ed getting so much out of these GIs on a small map like this. Ed loves it. Ed loves the GIs on a small map like this. He can get them up there. He can start annoying his opponent. He can support his tanks. He does such a good job managing the GIs.
Yeah, but let's take a step back here and do a quick oil count here. So Ed's on 4 oils, Gene is on 5 oils, right? So Gene's eco is going to be looking a little bit better here, but look at Ed's GIs in the bottom there.
Yep.
They're going to get one of these oils. That could be huge, and he's going to push it in the top, and Gene has no tanks left.
And that's,
what is going on here?
And things tilted quickly there. And that's,
oh
wow.
My god, what?
Yeah. Wow.
Those GIs just kept doing work. Ed kept pushing the GIs. Gene's tried to respond to them with his own GIs, but there was just so much to deal with while you're building, and Ed eventually overwhelmed him there. What a game. Ed takes this to 2-0 versus a player who's higher ranked than him.
Yep,
right? In
yep, and that
1v1s.
and the blitz
But
experience, yeah, the blitz experience coming in big. You know, you see that making use of the small map, really, really getting value out of your infantry. You know, in a regular match, you forget. Like, it's not really an option to be like, oh, I should send 6 GIs on a quest. It's like, no, because it would take an hour for them to get there. On this map, you can build 6 GIs, send them to the back door of your opponent's base in 10 seconds. So to be thinking of that kind of stuff on Ed's part, you know, Gene just doesn't have the experience and that mindset. And you see Ed really using everything at his disposal right now. But that one flipped quickly. I thought Gene was ahead there.
indeed, Gene was earlier ahead. He had the better tank control, but the GIs made the difference here. We're going AVA again. I think that was a mistake.
Oh, that
Ivor.
was a mistake.
All right. So yeah, I mean those GIs, man, Gene just couldn't keep up the production from all tabs, right? And what's very important in Blitz, what's very important in Blitz is once you get the eco rolling, the player that's going to be building out of 4 tabs, the player that is capable
Yep.
of multitasking better, he's going to come out victorious. And Ed proved that beautifully in that game right there.
Yep. Massive, massive. I mean, multitasking, and that's really what it's all about. And yeah, Ed looking nice there. All right, so now we have Soviet versus Allied, and we do have someone's given the lucky unicorn to Gene. I think that's a pretty good idea. Lucky unicorn for Gene. We'll see if that can make a difference.
He's gonna flip the tides here. I mean, giving Lucky Unicorn, we've seen that make a huge difference. You know, series just all of a sudden flip over and then the other player wins. So Ed's gonna need to try super hard here with a Lucky Unicorn on Gene's side.
Yep, yep. And if anything can do it, it's the lucky unicorn. Thanks for the hydrate, Path. Just what I needed, buddy.
All right, so here we go, guys. Game number 3. We've got Ed as allied, Ed and Red, of course, because they rhyme. And we've got
important.
Gene on the left side. GI's coming out, conscripts coming out, so both players going heavy infantry early on here. Let's see what they can get done. Ed not going for earlier War Factory. I mean, Gene going for War Factory before oil. Gene doing the same mistake. Conscripts, War Factory before oil, and sentry guns? What do
No
you think is
money.
going to happen to his eco in a second, Ivor?
Yep, no money.
He's going to go completely broke. Ed could keep spamming GIs all day, defend this attack here. And Gene's going to go broke. Watch. 1,900, 800, 700. We're going down 400, 300, 200. And there, Gene hit 0. His production is
He
now
didn't even get
much,
an oil out.
much slower. Oh, shit!
His oil didn't
Oh,
even come
no!
out.
Allied infantry is coming out, and he doesn't even have an oil. He spent too much money, Ivor. That's just devastating.
Yep, you got to have an oil. Because if you don't have an oil, you're done. So now Gene's not even trying to deal with this. Gene's just trying to see if he can push in here and try to close out the game, which he can't.
The pillboxes spam is going to come out. The Grizzlies are going to come out. There's GGIs here. He's trying to get those GGIs. Gets the GGIs. More coming out. No oil for Gene yet. Gene only has 3 rhinos, and this is all he's going to have till the end of the game. He makes 1 dog out of his barracks.
He
After-
did.
Okay, he did make an oil. Sorry, my bad.
Actually, and I don't know how he made that oil. Maybe he just had a tank that he canceled.
Probably had a unit in production that he canceled. But at this point, Ed is ahead. Ed and Red is ahead. Big time.
Ed
Big
in red is ahead.
Yeah. Oh, Gene's trying for a base trade here. He knows he needs to trade. He knows he needs to get value. Ed's sending the infantry and the tanks in 2 separate groups. Infantry to defend, and now they're meeting in the center. The infantry here are going to turn the tides. Gene can't push this. He's on 1 oil. Ed is on 3 oils. I'm afraid, Ivor, that Ed is going to win this match.
Yep. Even with the lucky unicorn wasn't enough there. I actually kind of like that move from Gene. He made Ed split up his troops and then tried to snipe the tanks when they didn't have the infantry support. Didn't work.
Tank destroyers.
Yep, tank destroyers out now. Ed playing with his food a little bit.
Oh, the war factory is gonna go down. Gene is gonna rush into all this infantry, but that's not a good idea. And Ed comes out on top big time. No war factory for Gene. Ed already has a radar. He has a war factory. He's got everything he needs, and he's on 5 freaking K right now.
Yep, and you know, and this is kind of how I like to light a fire underneath a player. You know, a player like Ed. Obviously, last tournament he started off in the pro bracket. And I just kind of had a feeling that he wasn't taking it very seriously. He got beat pretty good. Didn't seem like he really put the reps in. I said, all right, Ed, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put you down to D1 and make you prove yourself. And I think Ed took that personally. He didn't like being put down to D1. And I think he got his reps in. And he's looking to prove himself now and prove that he is a pro player. And I'm excited about it because Ed's looking tough. That's what I like to see.
Yeah. Agreed. Ed knows the builds. And one thing is very apparent to Ivor is that Gene didn't know the builds, right? Gene is an incredible player, there's no denying that, but the builds were off every single game.
Yeah, the builds.
right?
I mean,
His
that
build.
early, yeah, the early. Oh, I got that. You guys don't listen to the Wind Lion. The Wind Lion's lying to you guys. The Wind Lion is lying. Damn it!
The win line is lying.
What a
I dare you to
blunder.
say that 10 times fast.
All right, all right. Yeah, the early builds are so huge. Especially this map is playing so fast that yeah, I mean, even more so, those early builds are just everything. All right, so
Indeed.
now here's the problem. Going is missing.
Is Steve missing?
Uh. Oh my god, dude. Monster and Go Going are both missing. Get into it here. Red, blue. I don't have any Egypt flags. We're not running flags. Lloyd's saying Ed's gonna win D1. It's possible.
Ooh, all right. So we've already got some people disagreeing here.
Lloyd has the confidence boost because of the cider. That's all Lloyd needs is a cider to come into D1 and start kicking ass. I like it, Lloyd. I appreciate you being willing to step in and help out.
Indeed. And we're going into game number 1 here. We might have a loading problem. All right. So Sama isn't loading in. This. Oh, wait.
Oh my
He is.
gosh. Wow.
All right. A bit of a late
Wow.
loader, but he did load in. He did load in.
All
Here
right.
we go, boys.
Here we go.
Artie
We
in
got
blue.
Osama
Sorry,
in
go on.
red on the right, Artie in blue on the left. Yeah, so this one's going to be good to see. For you guys who don't know, Osama, top-level player in traditional. Hasn't played much Blitz. He did get one show match in on the Kong map last month, but hasn't had much Blitz experience compared to Artie, who possibly has more reps on this map than anyone else on Earth at this time. It's possible. He was playing in the D3 tournament last month. It started in the D2 this month. Now he's in the D1. He's climbing the ranks quickly. A ton of reps, but we'll see if I think in the beginning, definitely Artie has the advantage of knowing the maps, knowing his build, very calculated. But it'll be interesting to see if Osama can resist early on and then pull himself out with traditional skills, that late game tank control and stuff like that. So we'll see here.
As already, we saw Osama try to use his drone to kill the engineer, but the sentry gun took it out, and Artie's drone actually got in, and Artie gets the tech in the bottom, so Artie is already ahead here in this first matchup here, but not by much. One Rhino difference and the tech difference, and Artie is base walking aggressively here. Now, we have to remember there is an anti-oil weapon, so you cannot oil walk right into your opponent's base anymore. Let's see what's going on here. Artie with 3 tanks pushing in, already targeting the power plant. He's being super aggressive here.
Super aggressive.
Artie looking strong.
Yep,
Yeah,
super aggressive. Yeah, now up on the cliff, taking that higher ground. Working these cliffs is so important. Perfect sentry gun there from Artie.
Oh, beautiful out of Artie.
And also-
Beautiful.
Both players going broke. Well, Artie's actually not going broke. Wow. Now that is a well-functioning economy. To be at $700 early on in the game and not going to zero is... Oh, there you go. Now he's going to zero. Never mind.
Yeah, but Artie's on 5 oils. Osama is only on 3 oils, trying to support 2 war factories, and now Artie already has a radar out. This is not looking good for Osama. I gotta be honest with you, Ivor.
Nope. Yep, it's not.
Wow. Yeah, the blue money counter is broken on your stream.
Wait, that's so weird, Snark. Your money, you're in the top instead of the players. We've never had that happen before. Why would that be?
I don't know if it's the colors or I don't know. I really don't know.
Weird.
All right,
Okay.
Deso out. And Osama's trying to catch up from an economic point of view here, but Artie, he's got control of the map. He's got control of the center. He can heal up, and a lab comes out for Artie.
Wow.
We
yep.
know.
And you know what we're gonna see here?
Hero of
We're gonna see a naval yard from Artie.
Oh, it's very possible. You can only build a naval yard right beneath that tech power plant, and Artie gets a nuclear power plant up. He's not hitting zero. Kirov comes out.
Kirov out. His economy's rolling. He's got that battle lab. He does control the bottom center. Yep, and there's the naval yard. So now Dreadnought's coming. He's feeling super safe, super comfortable. Wow.
Artie looking like a beast here. Osama forced to switch to flakjacks to defend his Kirov, but there's a big engagement here in the center. If Osama can win this engagement, it could flip the game around right here, right now. Who wins this engagement? Oh, it looks like Artie's gonna come out on top here. Artie looking so strong at the moment. Very close though. They came out pretty even actually.
It's pretty even. Yeah, I'd like to see
But
Artie
the Kirov
bounce back
is
to the
here.
crater. But the Kirov's
No, but
coming. Those flaks a little
He
late.
took the cliff, yeah.
Flags
And
are
the
not-
dreadnought in the bottom.
Here comes the Dreadnought, bottom side.
Wow, and the Kirov is gonna get those oils. Oh, devastating Artie's economy back to the Stone Age here. The Dreadnought attacking the MCV.
And that's going to be GG.
Oh, yeah, Osama in big trouble here. Oh, nice flat cannon countering the Dreadnought pretty nicely here.
Oh, yeah, those flag tracks. Yeah, it's not too bad.
But Artie is teched up. No IC yet for Artie, which is interesting. There we go. I just said it. He does have Tesla cores. He's got 3 war factories. He's got an economy for days. And 2 dreadnoughts now are out. I don't know what to say, Ivor. I think Artie is going to win this Soviet versus Soviet matchup here.
Yeah, he's just so far ahead on the macro right now, or, you know, the macro aspects of the game right now with his naval yard, his battle lab, his IC, his reactor. So even though it's like, the tanks are about even, there's a lot more going on right now. And, yeah, Osama just doesn't really have... I mean, Osama has ways to stay alive, but how does he win is kind of the question. Does have 4
not
war
against Tech
factories.
and IC.
Yeah, and also Osama is bottoming out on money. He lost a couple oil derricks.
Yeah, already bottoming out as well. He keeps making more dreadnoughts, which is interesting. Osama sells his MCV to get a tiny flow of cash. He's gonna make a push here, but there's Tesla coils, there's dogs, there's sentry guns. Osama can't push this.
Yeah, I like the conscript fodder here, but already countering nicely with the dogs. Artie's just so comfortable staying back right here and letting him push into those sentries, using his defensive advantage to put one on the board for Artie. Wow, no, wow.
Indeed,
Artie's looking so tough right now.
Artie looking OP. Definitely 1-0 for Artie, but there are 2 more matches, and remember, these are completely different. You know, maybe Soviet versus Soviet isn't Osama's best game. He's a multi-faction kind of guy. He plays all factions. AVA might be his style, and it could flip around in any moment. We've seen this so many times. AVA is just a different game. Does Artie have the skills in AVA as well?
Yeah, I think his Soviet using that power plant's probably one of his stronger matchups. Lloyd, I appreciate it, buddy. Thanks, man. Glad you're enjoying the content, man. Path, kind words as always. Path's such an energy booster, man. All right. You guys making me feel good. I appreciate it. All right, we're going to try the colors again. So the first match, we didn't have this issue.
Oh, we didn't.
I don't think we did the first match.
Interesting. The spectator is usually on top. I thought the spectator is usually in the bottom.
I know why. Maybe that game loaded really weird. Let's just try it again and see.
All right. Let's hope for the best here. Here we go. Someone was a little late on the loading, so we'll give him time this time. There we go. It's loading faster.
So maybe it was some weird delay with Osama's load because that was the problem, is that on my screen it's putting up nope, did it again. So you guys can see what's happening here. So you guys see Snarks is going to the top, so my screen capture is grabbing Snark's money, which is not interesting to us. We'll fix that for the next game. We'll try to keep you guys posted on what's going on in this game with the money. Okay, Artie on the left, again, Osama on the right, and we'll see now, is Artie going to still push the power plant even with Allied? I forget. I know that's part of his Soviet MO, but his Allied, I think, might play... Oh, it looks like he is going for the power plant.
All right, he's got GIs. Both players got GIs out, but Osama with way more GIs. Maybe he watched the game with Ed, and he's like, yeah, I know what to do here. Artie with an early AFC. Interesting choice. Osama looks like he's going for the War Factory first. We're going to see if Artie's AFC pays off here. The War Factory comes out for Osama. Rocketeer going to the GIs, and an Eagle is already out for Artie.
Wow.
This is risky. Look at Artie's money.
Yeah, and so
if he comes out.
We did see Artie run this yesterday. You target the IFVs with the Eagles. You try to work the Rockies. You bring in some GIs. It's really difficult. It's an expensive endeavor. It takes a lot of microing, a little bit of luck targeting the IFVs. But like in this case, you can kind of throw your opponent off. But see, and this is what you don't want your opponent to do. You don't want your opponent to realize, hey, I'm not going to sit back here and let you mess with me. I'm going to go attack you. Is able to save the MCV on the right side, now pushing in on the left, and Osama could realistically close this out here.
Yeah, Osama's gonna do some devastating damage here. The AFC is gonna go down. Artie's still in the War Factory, but Artie with his GIs also pushing in here. Artie keeps spamming pillboxes, but those elite GIs just melt it on the right-hand side. Osama still with an undeployed MCV. What can Artie do versus these two GIs in his base? Another pillbox comes up. Finally, the
Wow.
IV pops, but those GIs just popping the pillboxes. One elite GI for Artie, and Osama's base gets cleaned up. So Osama has sort of stabilized. Artie does have more oils here, and the AFC again before War Factory. These IFVs are going to keep coming. We're going to see what Artie does to counter them. Artie definitely with a better eco at the moment.
That
Then
elite
GI.
GI. Perfect positioning.
More Eagles come out. Double War Factory for Osama. Osama, what are you doing? You're completely broke.
That must have been a
IFVs are
misclick.
rolling out.
Double War Factory with no money. The IFVs.
Oh, the power's going to go down. Artie's going to go low power here.
Put
Can
some low
Artie
power.
defend versus these IFVs?
Yeah, he just needs. I would like. Yeah, Osama needs to backdoor right now. Yep, get away from those pillboxes.
Oh, that War Factory's going to melt with so many IFVs. If he just dives for it, he's going for the Grizzly. He melts the Grizzly. So many IFVs here. Alting the War Factory. Artie could be in big trouble here. Sells the War Factory. IFVs everywhere, but there's also pillboxes everywhere. These IFVs will start melting slowly. Osama needs to be careful. Might want to go back to the pit to rejuvenate. All right. That elite GI still there.
Yeah.
That could be targeting it up, doing some serious issues. Ooh, the Eagle stays alive somehow. GI's coming out here. You notice he targeted the GI. He knew that GI was stopping his GIs. He targeted it. He got it down. Artie, a very smart player, on the ball here. Power drop in the top right. IFVs are starting to become useless at this point of the game.
Yep. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen a more aggressive dive with them earlier on. He maybe could have got the MCV at one point, but now oh god, and there goes all of it for the War Factory. Hard to say. And that paradrop from Artie on the top side forces him to sell his War Factory, and now Artie pushing him with a lot of GIs, 4 vets and an elite. Melt. Oh god.
Wow.
Countering now with Rockies. Oh, and Artie doesn't have a War Factory, so there's going to be no anti-air joining that group, but unfortunately it's moving a little too slow.
Yeah, but we do a head count, right? We've got 4 oils, right? Versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 oils, AFC and War Factory. So technically Artie is ahead here. If he can hold on here. Oh, and the Eagles are going to go snipe the AFC.
Yeah, sells it in time though. That was quick.
Yeah,
both players on 5K right now for the record, guys. Yeah, you know, it's hard to appreciate. I make that mistake a lot. It's hard to appreciate how weak IFVs are. Like, I see that group IFVs, I'm like, oh, we're gonna get something done. Maybe. They are so weak. They do so little damage. I feel like he maybe could have got the MCV at one point there, but maybe not. They are incredibly weak.
Here come the Eagles again, stopping Osama from getting, but the Rockies do snipe an Eagle or two. But stopping Osama from taking up, and that's the third time he's lost his AFC this game. That's when you know I'm in trouble.
Yep. And now bringing out the Patriot missiles. Man, yeah, this one's a nice little battle here. This is a good game, back and forth. Very nice.
Very good game. Both players looking super duper strong here. Prism comes up. It's not your best counter to GIs, to be honest. That barracks is going to go down. And again, the Eagles go in for the AFC. Get it again.
Yeah, it's
Ivor,
nice.
that's like the 4th time.
I know. You gotta, I mean, you can't keep doing it. You know, you can't keep expecting to have a different outcome from that. You know, you got to try to put the AFC somewhere else. You got to try to protect it. The AFC is so important. We've seen it so many times. And yeah, you just can't let the other player keep bombing it like that. It's easy for them.
Yeah,
Ooh,
and
this
already with the
paradrop.
paradrop in Osama's base. Gonna get the barracks, but he does have 2 more barracks, so that's not an issue.
And that pillbox out, so he's able to counter it.
Artie's production much higher here on 3 War Factories versus 1. Base walking towards Osama's base. Osama's in trouble, Ivor. Osama is in big trouble.
Yeah. I really thought things were in his favor there for a little bit, but now things have tilted pretty heavily in the opposite direction. So, guys, Artie's broke, by the way. I know you guys can't see his score. We'll fix that next game. But Artie does take that one home.
Wow. All right, which brings the score to 2-0 for Artie. What a great game that was. That was super exciting.
Yep.
Back and forth. Those IFVs were great out of Osama. His mistake was not switching out of them as soon as they became obsolete. But very, very nice game out of both players there. Super close.
Yeah, and both players. Sorry. I just spaced the fuck out. Wait, hold on. If we go red yellow, that's what we used to do, right? Red yellow. I just
Yeah.
switched to blue. That's got to be the issue, right?
I don't know. I literally don't know,
It's
Ivor.
so weird. All right, so let's try switching Artie to yellow. I gotta stop
See if
swearing
that
so
makes
much.
a
I'm gonna get
difference.
flagged on my YouTube. Okay,
All right.
let's try that. Let's
So
put Artie in yellow.
so this is match point for Artie, but now it's Soviet versus Allied. Osama Soviet, Artie Allied. Again, a completely different matchup. This is why Blitz is so interesting. Constant faction change. First, we saw Soviet versus Soviet. Then we saw Allied versus Allied. Now we're going to see Allied versus Soviet. You need to be so versatile in order to be able to play Blitz to the maximum.
Yep.
And we're going to see if Artie can pull out a win here and take it 3-0. Or will Osama all of a sudden bring it back?
Yeah, and I think we've seen yesterday we saw Artie kind of defining a tactic Allied versus Soviet, which I think will actually become a very standard meta on this map. Is the Allied player early GIs, and you got to mess with the Soviet player. You can't let them get too comfortable. You got to mess with them early, using the GIs to do that and to try to delay into the mid game. Because if you don't get the GIs out early and you don't at least slow down the Soviet player, they have the rhinos on your doorstep so early, and it's so difficult for the Allied player to fight back. So we do see these early GIs, and it's all about what kind of value can you get out of them, what are you going to do with them. And again, the early Rocky and the Eagle, man, it's difficult. I call it the rodeo opening because it's a lot of crazy stuff. It takes a little bit of luck, a lot of skill. It is possible, though, but we saw the issue last time is that there is ways to attack with it. Defending with it is very difficult. And a player like Osama, he sees you go Rockies and Eagles, he's going to try to come down and make something happen quick. Now, GI's on the top side. He does have a lot of flak tracks. This is a good counter to this opening for Osama. The flak tracks can anti-air, obviously. They can also clean out GIs if done better than that. That's not what
See, the
Osama
GI
wants.
is still alive, and the GI is pushing in here. Now the Rocketeer coming in as well with the Eagle, going for the barracks. The GI is deployed to deal with this Rhino. The Rhino
Oh,
goes down, and this barracks is going to go down as well.
oh
Oh my
no.
god. Not
Wow.
looking good for Osama here.
So he needs to run.
Again, the
Ooh, Osama is not running over units very well with his tanks.
oh my god, he lost the War Factory Ivor, Artie on 4 oils
And
and
here
an
comes the
AFC.
paradrop. Oh my god, Artie's a
4
beast.
Eagles. Gonna get the power. Oh my god.
Artie's a
looking
monster.
superb. Wow. What a crazy game here from Mr. Artie as he takes it 3-0 versus Osama. No joke.
Artie looking
Wow.
D1.
Wow.
Oh my god.
What an incredible performance out of Artie there. Really proving that he has what it takes to rumble with the big boys in the Blitz bit.
Wow. Yep. All right. Can someone? I didn't look that time. Can someone? Did the scoreboard work on the last point? Can someone tell me?
I was so focused on the
Yeah, I
game.
know. All right. Did anyone see if both scores were looking, or if someone can rewind and check? That'd be great. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. So we got Ed moving on. Small, yes, with the highlighted message too. Appreciate it, Ed. And we got Artie looking tough. So have we had any luck? Has anyone found Steve or going?
They both seem to be offline.
All right. Has anyone had any luck finding a replacement player?
Well, there were a few volunteers in chat.
I know. Can we get? So
Lloyd
okay.
was
So what we can do
down
is.
to play.
So what we can do is Snark. All right. So what we can do is Snark versus Max. The winner of that, then we'll have Artie, Ed, and Matt. Sorry, Snark.
Round robin, man.
I know. I just
No, if
said.
you have 3 players.
I know. The way I said it was as if Max was going to go on. I was like, we'll have Snark versus Max, and then we'll have Ed, Max, and Artie.
Fuck you,
I
Ivor.
didn't mean that. It was a slip.
Max is going down.
These games are going so quick. Yeah, we can do Snark versus Max, and then we can do the 3 of these players can round robin. They can each play each other once. It's like 3 games instead of 2. Yeah, that'll be easy. All right, boom. Problem solved. Snark.
All right, great. So I'm gonna head off voice chat. I'll be back in a minute exactly. Hopefully Max will be in here, and I'll catch you after the games. Wish me luck.
All right, sounds good. Good luck, man. All right, Max. Password 99. All right, so we got Snark. Snark in yellow. Max in red. Lloyd. Yeah, Snark's lucky, man. He wouldn't have been able to handle the Lloyd Storm. We call it the Lloyd Storm. All right, guys, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I don't know, man. Artie's looking tough, man. But Ed's looking really, really strong too. It's hard to say. We got some good players in here. All right, Snark and Max. Bop, 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 bop. All right, Snark is clearly doing something important, presumably. All right, you guys ready for this? Crowd game, you guys ready for it? Whoever finds the unit hidden in this image first gets 1 point. Player with most points at the end of the month takes home $10. Simple as that. You guys ready? Find the unit. This is a really hard one. Who sees it? Who sees the unit? Type it out. Type it out. Say it in chat. Shout it out. You only get 1 guess each, so you can't just guess. You got to find it. Murray, you can't just attack people, man. This is really hard. Without Nuclear Commando, no one's ever going to get this one. Come on, guys. Actually, I can hardly find this one. Oh, I do see it. This one's really hard. Come on, guys. You're better than this. No guesses? No one can see it? There's 37 of you. No one knows where the unit is. All right, I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. It's in the bottom right section. It's in the bottom right corner of the image. You guys, is this really the hardest one I've ever done? This is going to be the only time no one's ever been able to get it. Come on. Robot tank. No, Boobop. Too late. Too late, Boobop. Too late, buddy. Boobop, did you get it before I showed it? I feel like you did. I feel like Boobop got it right before I showed it. All right, guys, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We got Max, aka Eminem, in red on the right, fighting out of the US of A. We got Snark in yellow on the left, fighting out of Israel. Should be a good matchup. Snark's definitely been getting his reps in on this map. He did win the D1 tournament for last tournament. He did take second place against Zed. So Snark's a pretty tried and true D1 player. Max does not have much Blitz experience, on the stream at least anyway. Oh, and Snark storming in on these conscripts with a pack of dogs. Nice move. Ooh, super dog. Never good. So we see Snark. So Snark trying to give himself a nice little, get himself away from these cliffs a little bit. You see that strategy. He doesn't want to be attacked from the cliffs. Building his way down to the power plant. We've talked about that for Soviet time and time again on this map. Getting that power plant early on can really kickstart things and allow you to put you ahead against your opponent, particularly in this matchup, Soviet versus Soviet. Looks like Max is going to be going for the paradrop on the top side. Yep, and so Snark, yeah, so Snark just hunkering in a little bit here. He's got some proactive sentry guns, putting them out early. You know, expect some early pressure from Max and just going to defend himself accordingly. Max, yep, controlling that center, looking for an opening. Now goes up to the top side, hops in, takes that sentry gun, and with the conscripts joining Max now, and Snark bringing his conscripts on the bottom side, Max is going to be able to push here. Snark needs to keep pumping those sentry guns, but he is broke. Snark on 2 war factories. And so Max counters with a bunker on the bottom side, does get the units into that bunker. Snark's got a lot of conscripts, though, on that bottom side. Snark's got to try to get some value out of this. This is a lot of money going into this. And Snark also pushing in with tanks at the same time. A very aggressive play here from Snark. Ooh, pathing issues. Does get a couple tanks out of position there. Really unfortunate. Snark did lose a couple tanks out of position there, but Snark has a lot of conscripts in this group. Gonna take that war factory. Not targeting the MCV. More worried about Max's army. Snark could have dove on the MCV there, but he liked his odds straight up. He wanted to take out Max's army first. Hard to say. Yeah, attacking the MCV, he might not be able to get it. He might have lost his army. So Snark still has his army. He's just keeping these conscripts pumping. I'd like to see a forward barracks from Snark, get those units there even faster. And now Max making good use of the bunkers. Snark going to go up top side now, using that alley to get around the back. Circumnavigate a little bit here, get in a better position from that cliff. Can snipe an oil if he wants. Could snipe 2 oils if he wants. Dangerous Dave with the follow. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Oh, Kronos, I missed your follow. Kronos, thanks for the follow too, buddy. And Snark with a big chain reaction there. Takes that oil derrick, goes a lot with it. And so now Max diving on the MCV on Snark's backside here, going for a bit of a base trade. But Snark is way up right now. Plenty to defend himself. Plenty to get in there and make something happen. Yeah, and Snark looking tough. Snark takes it home. Snark's got well, you know, Snark's been practicing with Artie, so you got to assume Snark's gonna be looking tough, you know. All right, so Snark takes home that first one, 1-0. Zed late to the party. That's okay, buddy. I won't hold it against you. Yeah. Snark looked nice there. I really like that group, those conscripts on the backside there. Really, really nice. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, Artie and Snark getting those reps in. And again, guys, we've talked about that before, but on these small maps, you throw a waypoint in your opponent's base, you start spamming conscripts, they're just going to be there. You're going to have a stream of conscripts in your opponent's base. Things move so quickly, and you get a lot done with it. And those conscripts won that game for Snark. Yeah, I'm feeling better. Like I said, it was like food poisoning. Well, food overdosing, I think, actually. But, yeah, so the big problem was I just didn't sleep at all. Man, I felt terrible yesterday. Anyway, feeling better today. I slept for like 12 hours last night. So we're good. We're in it. We're in it. We're in it. We're in it. Who won D2? Artie, duh. Oh, yeah. I feel like I had a voice change I didn't redeem. Snark vs. Max. The game of the century. Snark looking super OP. Although, as I say that now, Max is looking tough here with these GIs pushing in here, and Snark trying to bring a rodeo opening, trying to steal a page out of Artie's book, but he's not quite doing it right. Now Snark going to bring some GIs. Snark has an AFC. Snark could build a sniper right now. Snark could build a sniper. He could build a Navy SEAL, and these GIs on the cliff are going to do work. They can target that. Yep, has to sell the barracks. Snark, buddy. Oh God, they can attack. They can hit the AFC. Snark. He could have just hit. He could have just shot the. He could have just shot the GIs. And Snark and Max gonna take this one home. Again, guys, Snark has this one thing. Snark does a lot of things right. The one thing Snark doesn't do right, he will not build snipers. He had an AFC out. Why not build a Navy SEAL? Why not build a sniper? Snark calls GG. All right. 1-1. We rolling. We rolling. Maybe Snark did that on purpose so he'd get the first Soviet versus Allied look. You never know. Everyone stop attacking Artie in the chat. Okay. Here we go. Hey, Max, but these guys putting on a show for us. I like that. I like that. Damn, we still... Well, I guess it doesn't matter now. Little FFA action. Yeah, we got some new maps. We're going to run some fun free-for-alls later. All right, guys. So, Snark in yellow on the left now. Max in red on the right. And so now we have this Soviet versus Allied look. And Snark was looking really tough with his first Soviet look. Using those conscripts very, very efficiently. We'll see if he's able to make it rock here again. Yeah, we've talked about how important this is for the Allied player. You got it. You got to do something early. You can't get on your heels against the Soviet player. The GIs are kind of the tried and true meta right now. You bring the early GIs, you put a little pressure on your opponent, make them work for it. And Snark sees it coming. He's got 2 sentries and 3 dogs ready to counter these GIs. 3 sentries now. Oh my God, Snark has 3 sentries on this cliff. Tons of proactive sentries for Snark. I like it. It's smart. Like to see him getting repaired, though. You got to repair them. You got to repair them, Snark. Ooh, just getting melted. Actually, you know what? I take it back. I just said, oh, I think sentries are good. Sentries suck versus GIs, man. They are not the move. Snark not running over those GIs. Oh, and Snark's tank's getting melted right now. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness gracious. Yeah, Zed, hop on in. Password 99. But Zed, you gotta leave when Snark comes back in the booth. I don't like 3 people. It's too crowded. 3's too many, man. We get a little lag. We're all talking over each other. It's this whole thing. Yeah, so... Yeah... I don't know. I don't think... I mean, we saw it there. Snark had 3 sentry guns. Snark had 3 sentry guns. Sorry, Zed.
Hello?
Zed.
Hey, Ivor.
Oh shit, your volume's way too loud. Here, turn your. All right, hold on. All right, I'm gonna have these guys quit.
Battle control terminated.
All right, are you in? Are you in? Your client up and rolling? Where you at?
Yeah, I'm here. Open for me.
Okay, it's open. Okay, hold on. You're gonna blow out people's speakers. Don't say anything. Okay, now say something.
Hello.
Okay, all right. Keep saying stuff.
Is it better now?
Okay, closer. Keep going. Just say hello like 15 times in a row.
Keep going. Hello, 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 15 times.
Boom. There we go. All right,
Got
all
him.
right, all right. We got Zed in here.
It's the first time, actually.
The first time we get Zed in the booth. All right.
Let's see.
What do we think, Zed? Does Snark have a chance to come back here?
Yeah, I already betted my points on Snark.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. I think both those last 2 points that Snark lost, the first one he could have countered, just that early pressure, he's not countering well. He could have had a sniper out the first time. But it was really interesting to see. Sentry guns are not a good counter to GIs, man. They just get melted. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to say if there's time to get a deso
Like,
out.
there is a specific number of GIs, like when the allied player have like 10 plus GIs, you better get a deso out.
Yeah. Yep.
Like less than 10, you'll be fine with just the sentries.
Yeah, there's
It's
that.
not going AFC.
Yeah, Snark he's trying to use RD strategy with the early AFC. We haven't really seen Snark pull it off, to be honest. So now I'd like to
Yeah.
see, so Snark could add a Navy SEAL to this group of GIs, and then he could melt all the conscripts, you know?
Snark already lost, man. Look at the eco difference between both players.
Yeah, so Snark's got to, well,
Yeah.
Snark's got to get a lot done with these GIs. He is splitting the GIs up. He's got 2 Eagles out. Snark would have to get a little lucky here, for sure.
Yeah. Like, this is like the same thing that happened to me against Quas.
Yep.
Overcommitting to the GIs.
Yeah, and the problem is, I mean, it takes a little bit of, I don't know. But you know, Snark just got crushed by the GIs. So then in his head, he's like, these GIs are so OP, and then it's like, well, if that's true, then you got to try it. And then it's like, they just don't work quite that well when an opponent's expecting them, you know. And now Max has got 4 rhinos. He's got some flax. Ooh, and Snark losing an eagle, really unfortunate. He does not have the money to be losing an eagle. Few Rockies,
Yep.
few GIs. Yeah, tough spot for Snark.
Yeah, he needs to move to GIs and press up top.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to do something with them. They can't-
Oils. I
Oh,
mean, it's not over yet.
now bringing in
Those-
GGIs.
That's weird.
Ooh, flat cannon. Oh, God, the timing on that flat cannon was perfect. Loses both. Oh, just 1 eagle.
Actually, Snark is catching up right now.
Yeah, you know, we didn't see a counterpunch from Max there. You know,
Yeah.
Snark doesn't have the money to be defending himself really, but Snark's not even, or Max isn't even messing with him. Max isn't even considering pushing right now, which is really interesting as a Soviet player. Obviously, normally that's kind of your MO, but he's letting Snark catch up basically. But I guess he likes his odds with these rhinos as they continue to pump. Snark's way behind on
Yeah.
tanks.
I think Snark is going BFs right now, yeah, with
Yeah.
the Battle Lab. Because he already got the infantry, he's just gotta fill the BFs.
Yep, and he's using his paradrop defensively. Prism Tower's up, so now Snark. And this is decent. You know, we've talked about that early push from Allied. If you can't get something done, at least throw your opponent off a little bit. And in that case, it did. It kept Max from attacking him. It allowed Snark to bolster up a little bit on the back end. And yeah, I think Max might pay. If he watches a replay of this, might be a little frustrated with himself that he didn't push in earlier. But I mean, that's not to say that Max is on 9K. Snark is broke. Things are still Snark's still in a tough spot for sure.
Yeah, he's not out of the danger zone yet.
Yeah, Max's army's looking pretty big. Snark just doesn't have the money. 4 oils, trying to push tech right now. He's also trying to turtle in, trying to get prism towers. He'd like to get a couple more eagles out. Snark could really use some more money right now, and cannot be sacrificing those eagles. Really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Murray, yo, Mr. Mad Tanks, yo. Yeah, so pair drop on the top side now. Oh,
That's just the counter, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's going to be, the problem is Snark's base is really susceptible, really vulnerable right now to an Iron Curtain. It's so tight, it's so in there that this Iron Curtain is going to get massive damage. Snark's not going to have enough to push before that happens, which puts him in a bad spot.
Snark needs to transition to Mirage Tanks right now.
Yeah, yep. Ooh,
Like,
the Elite Rhino. Yeah, Mirage Tanks could be nice right now. So Max doesn't have any defenses, really. His defenses are his army. So if Snark could transition to Mirages, try to get rid of these Rhinos, and then try to look for a counterpunch, because Max is comfortable letting this game push into a late game, because Max now has an Iron Curtain that's about to hit. He's got a nuclear missile.
Max playing well.
Yeah, it was interesting. We saw early on, it was kind of weird to see Max not attacking as Soviet versus Allied, and he just settled. He just decided, I'm gonna push tech. I'm gonna stay alive and push tech, beat him with the super weapons, and it's gonna work, I think.
Yeah. Like, he doesn't even have to use the IC. He's just 2 ahead already.
Yeah. The Iron Curtain, though, will be the nail in the coffin. If Snark somehow survives, then the nuclear missile will end it.
Oof. Here's the thing about BFs against IC. They are slow.
Yep.
I prefer Mirages because they are faster. You can run with your army.
Yeah, and I think the BFs as well. I think on Blitz, I think the BFs are less valuable. There's so many corners. The map's so small. I think they get caught a little bit easier. Yep, and Snark loses War Factory, MCV, everything.
They could definitely work if you like manage your economy and not lose your unit to the rhinos.
Yeah, they just seem like they can get trapped a little bit more often. You know, you obviously don't want them to get they get caught in corners a little bit. But yeah, so anyway, that's gonna be it. Yeah. Oh, Snark if Snark gets this nuke reactor, that'd be sick.
Yeah, he will. Oh, he sells it.
Sells it off, yeah.
31K for Max.
Yeah, Max chilling on 30K.
Yeah.
Snark's finally got money, nothing to spend it on. Snipes a War Factory. Snark going down swinging. Kind of sad. I know Snark practiced a lot for this tournament. It's too bad.
Yeah. Max looking tough.
Yeah, yeah, he's looking good. He's been watching a lot of Blitz. You know, he's been in a lot of the streams watching him. Hasn't been playing much, but he's watched a lot of games.
GG's called by Snark.
Yep. Max takes it home.
Who's after this?
Yeah, so we got... Max is on 38K. So... we got... I gotta change this to Max. I don't know why I used his stupid screen name. Okay. Alright. So now we got Max, Ed, and Artie. So...
Max, Ed, and Artie. Tough combo.
Alright, so we're going to do a
Making holiday says Max.
So these three are gonna all play each other once, and then the winner. Yeah, so we're gonna have to. So we're doing it because we had a couple players drop out. So we're gonna do a round robin for the championship. So basically, Max, Ed, and Artie are all gonna play each other once.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know, whoever, hopefully someone comes out on top there. So let's get, all right, so Ed just hopped in. Let's run Ed and Max right away then. Artie, you get ready. Okay, Ed versus Max.
Let's see. So is it a best of 7 or a best of 5?
That's a good question. Let's think about that. So we're gonna have, Ed versus Max, Ed versus Artie, and then Artie versus Max. So it's 3 games, right? All the
Yeah.
players will play each other once in 3 games. So it's 3 games, and then that will give us the championship. Now it's possible each player gets 1 win and 1 loss. In which case, we're gonna do these best of.
Which
We're gonna do these. We could do them best of 7.
maybe we count like each losses. Maybe, for example, the first series, maybe Max wins at 3-2, then he loses to RD like 3-1. So he got like
Yeah.
4 wins. Yeah. Oh.
Okay?
Someone smurfing, I guess.
Let's do them. No, you guys. We're all. You guys are. We're making this way too complex. No, it's just best of 7. No, it's best of 7. We'll do best of 7 for these.
Okay.
All right, so best of 7. These guys are gonna play each other. Now with best of 7. Yeah, and so the only tricky thing is, so say each player gets 1 win and 1 loss, it'll come down to point spread. It'll just come
I
down to whoever,
mean,
yeah. So whoever's won their games with the most with the best point spread, basically.
yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, that's only in the extreme case where that happens.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So Soviet versus Soviet. All right, I got to reset the scoreboard. Oh, Snark, where you at? Snark, are you in the chat, buddy? You can come hang out with us. I know you're feeling bad. It's okay. Everyone cheer Snark up. Tell him how good of a job you did. All right.
You did good, Snark. Come on.
All right. So, red, we got Max. Yellow, we got.
Ed in yellow, Max in red.
Ed in yellow, Max in red. Ba 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 ba.
Let's see.
All right, loading up, loading up. First time viewer, Sandacan 42000. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Okay, so here's what we got going on here. Round robin championship, 3-player championship in the D1 bracket. That's what we got going on. We got Max fighting out of the USA in the left, Ed fighting out of the USA on the right in yellow. So basically, Artie, Max, and Ed are all going to play each other once. Best of 7. This is best of 7. I'll change that on the right side of the screen. That's not correct. It's going to be best of 7. They're all going to play each other once. Player who has the most wins is going to win the championship. Or if it's a 3-way tie, the player with the best point spreads. So whoever wins their games most decisively. So with a point spread on the line, it's important for players to not only win, but you also want to have a good point spread. You don't want to win close matches. You want to stomp your opponent. So a little bit more pressure on the line here. We see Ed building towards the power plant on the bottom. Super early power plant hit for Soviet. The question is, how does he resist right now? Max is coming in with a decent group of conscripts, and Ed bringing out his own conscripts. Nice, nice.
Yeah, Ed's doing the right thing by bringing his other conies from the garrisons.
Oh, yeah,
But Max got the
nice.
advantage. Radar from Ed. Max on 4 oils right now. And a Deso. He's gonna deploy the Deso.
Yeah.
Not.
Oh, yeah, nice.
I'm surprised they didn't.
Oh, yeah, using the gun on the Deso. Nice. Yep, does get rid of him. Saves a couple of his own conscripts. I like that.
Yeah. If that were me, I would have deployed that Deso.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, nice Deso hit. Yeah,
That's
the
a goal
early...
factory from Max.
We haven't seen a lot of the early Desos before. We don't see them very often. I think they're a great move. Um,
Yeah.
now a drone
They're
out.
too risky as well. Because like one drone can snipe your Deso like and go away. Max on the third door factory right now. Ed's still on one. He's out
Yeah.
tanking Ed at the moment. But his ecos is not good. He can't support this.
Yeah, I was... And so
Yeah.
what is he? Yep, he's just going to try to win the tank battle right here. Yeah, Max has himself spread a little too thin here with those 3 war factories.
Yeah.
Oh, gonna take the MCV though.
Yeah, he takes the MCV.
So Ed needs to try to win this tank battle. Ooh, which
Ooh,
is...
an elite.
And the elite he gets the elite. So Ed's not even able to win that tank battle. If Ed could have
Yeah.
somehow won that battle and maybe looked for a quick counter punch, but for Max to take the
Whoa.
MCV, pretty devastating.
Oh,
Yeah,
War Factory is on 5 oils.
4 war factories now for Max, and he is sustaining his money.
Yeah.
Jalad,
And
yes.
he just got his 5th. He just got his 5th oil, so he was on 4 for a while.
Yep. Yeah, Jalad, the crater does get rid of drones. Go, Max looking. Yeah, Ed's got no chance. Snark, you coming in here or what? Snark, ready up, man. Make it happen, buddy.
5th War Factory now for Max. GG called by Ed, and it's over.
Max puts the first one up. Soviet versus Soviet looking pretty decisive. Oh, yeah. We're in the duo. Snark's sitting in the Discord like, hey, guys, can we switch over to trio? There's only 2 people allowed in that one. All right, switch over to trio.
I can leave if Snark wants to.
If we don't lag, you can come in. If we don't lag, you can stay. Just come over to trio.
Sure.
Snark, buddy.
Unbelievable.
There was no room for you.
Like, get in here. Chad is like, get in here, and I'm like, yeah, I'd love to.
Hey, you
Oh.
are Snark.
Poor Snark. Snark, buddy.
Yeah.
If it does make you feel any better, Snark, I would have done worse if I played Max.
No, I'm good, man. Max is an incredible player. He deserves the win, man.
Yeah, man, he's good. Isn't like Allied versus Allied the second matchup?
Yep,
Let's
Allied
see
versus
next.
Allied now, yeah.
Let's see. Game number 2.
All right. Yeah, so we'll see. Almost, I would say, what are the odds of Ed bringing some early GI shenanigans? I'd say about 100%. And on this map, normally when Ed does that, I'm like, Ed, come on, man, because like on the other maps, they haven't really been that effective. Well, since the Alamo anyway. But on this map, the early GIs using the cliffs can get a lot done. So we'll see if both players bring them. If one player tries to counter, Snark, while you're in here, you could have built a sniper.
I did not have time.
You had
I
time.
did not have time.
You know, heat of the moment, whatever. I was thinking sniper. There was something that was stopping me from doing it. I can't remember exactly which game you're talking about.
Yeah, it was when you were on the bottom right and your AFC was you got a bunch of stuff sniped from his GIs on the cliff. Both players bringing GIs. Oh, but Snark, I loved that point. I loved when you were bringing that massive conscripts on the bottom side that one point. That was really nice. I really like that Soviet look. It's good.
Yeah, so both players bringing GIs here. Ed is sort of stuck between 2 groups of GIs here, but
Yeah.
did get a few GIs on the top right there. Like, this is a GI standoff. Anybody who moves towards the other GIs gets killed.
Trench
wrecked.
warfare. Yep, and the first Grizzly now out, Max, but Ed
with an early AFC.
Ed brings an
IFV. Weird.
See what he put in his net. Maybe he's putting a sniper in that IFV. That would certainly be helpful in this situation. A seal, okay. As effective in this.
Yep, gonna try to
Wow.
clear out those
Gonna
I would
GIs.
clean
have
up.
gone for sniper to be like because sniper is like cheaper than the steel.
The Seal's rate of fire is so much better though, right? So the sniper just has way more range and the Seal has way higher rate of fire, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
seal's
And
coming in.
Oh!
It's the
And,
War Factory.
and does can he hit this
oh,
oil? Oh!
oh, the oils as well.
Oh
Oh
my
god.
god!
That's massive.
It's over right here. Yeah, yeah.
Jesus
Max quit.
Christ.
That was sick nasty. Oh my god. Comes in there, grabs the Navy SEAL, cleans out the GIs, hits the war factory, targets the oil, chain reacts. Oh my god.
That was a good hit from Ed.
Wow. Yeah, I like
Feels
that.
OP.
Yeah, Ed's looking tough, man. Ed didn't like getting demoted from the pro bracket. He's trying to prove himself today.
Yeah, but the score is 1-1, so it's far from over here. And like you said, it's a win spread, right? So
Yeah,
you
you
want to
do.
win, but you don't just want to win the series. You want to win big time.
Yep, that's absolutely right. I am going to update this on the right, guys. We are doing best of 7. Best of 7 was this is a 3-way championship match that we are in the midst of right now.
Let's go game number 3 here. It's going to be Soviet versus Allied. Max, being the loser of the Allied versus Allied matchup, gets Soviet here. And what are we thinking? GIs from Ed?
I think there's got to be some
Definitely.
GIs. Definitely the GIs. And I love the early Navy SEAL to clear out. I think it could be worked well with the GIs, you know, especially if we see Max try to counter with conscripts, getting that Navy SEAL in. I like the early Navy SEAL. If you're going to go AFC anyway, I think there's a lot that can be done for it. And then like we saw
Oh, he's
there.
not scouting. Okay, he is scouting.
Oh yeah, I was
Thank
like,
you.
oh no, no scouting.
Yeah.
And he's, yep, and the GI is coming right in. Oh, it looks like he's setting up for a
Anti-scout?
little bit. Does not get the anti-scout in, so you see Max's dog right along the backside.
I would want to see Max go 0 with Connie's, like, and take control of the hill and just pressure it constantly.
You can't do that. You go broke. He did go in oil first here. War Factory next, so he might do what you just suggested. But the GIs are coming.
Lot
Big
of
group of
GIs.
them. This is going to be hard to deal with.
Lot of
He needs a
GIs.
radar right now. Or a bunker.
Yeah, these GIs are going to go in right now to this War Factory. Take it out easily. Should spread them out, though, to make sure that Rhino doesn't crush them all at once.
Sure, I knows now.
Ed, you don't want to wait. You
Here's
want to
the
go in. The
radar.
radar is out. You could have gone to War
Yep.
Factory already by this point. You do not want to wait with those GIs. They're just camping the
Max
hills
is
there.
low
Now the
power.
Deso is out.
Yep. And that was
The
a big.
Deso's out. Oh, but it goes down.
Oh!
Ed, move more GIs to the War Factory. Yeah, you could take it out. Oh, the War Factory gets sold. Another Deso comes out. Can he get the oil before?
No.
No.
Wow,
No,
and
Deso
so-
does save it to work.
And Max almost blundered that. I mean, but Ed really missed a window of opportunity. He delayed way too long. Those GIs. You know, that Deso took a long time to get out, and Ed was just delaying for way too long. I mean, it's hard to appreciate. That group of GIs goes from winning the game potential to being completely worthless as soon as the Deso gets on the field.
So pivotal. The GIs are so pivotal for sure. But now Ed with many
Oh,
Grizzlies,
man.
and if we do a bit of an oil count here, Ed is on 4 oils, Max is only on 3, and Ed already has an AFC. He's diving for the MCV here. He's gonna get
Gonna
it.
get it, yeah.
Oh, and he has enough to defend. Wow,
Yeah.
Ed looking super duper strong here. Looks like he's gonna win this match. What can Max do? He's gonna try and push in with the Desos here and the Rhino. See if he can make a move here. The Eagles are out. Big engagement in the center here.
All right, Paf, talk to you later, buddy. Thanks for hanging out.
All right, the Eagles sniping stuff.
Ooh,
getting two
double
Desos with one
double
shot,
snipe.
But Ed is gonna keep building. Max can't wait. Max cannot
No,
afford to wait.
Yeah.
And Ed just has to stay alive here. He's so far up. Obviously, Max doesn't have an MCV, so Ed just needs to kind of stay alive, and he'll just slowly increase his position.
Yeah.
Oh, Max throwing away his flag. That means the Rocketeers could come in and the Eagles can do whatever they want here. Ed should be pillboxing it
Sniper.
everywhere. Oh, but Max
He just quits.
Yep.
All right. Looking
2-1.
very super strong players here. 2-1 for Ed. And now they switch it up. Max goes Allied and Ed gets Soviet. Think the same outcome. Max is gonna GI rush, of course. Can Ed
Yeah.
defend the GIs better than Max did? Because the GIs, they everything hangs on the GIs. They have it's
Yeah, I mean, in Allied versus Soviet, you have to assume they're coming, and you have to have a very bona fide plan, and you have to put the plan into place proactively. I mean, a top level player, you hate to spend money on stuff proactively. Like you don't want to get your Deso out and then not have a GI rush. But realistically, on this map, with how decisive we've seen the GIs, I think it's players. You got to have a plan. You got to start putting it into the works super early. We saw that Snark with you. All those sentry guns on the cliff still got melted. I think a Navy
useless,
SEAL,
man.
a
I thought
Navy.
it would have been enough.
I know. I can't believe that. I mean,
I was Soviet in that game. Navy SEAL was not an option.
No, no.
And
Okay,
a
I
radar
was
would have
saying.
made it go low power.
I was saying a Navy SEAL or a Deso, whether you're Soviet or Allied, with the GI rush. I think those are the two we've seen guaranteed to counter. And anything else, Flax, Rockies, Sentries, Pillbot, whatever, they've failed. I mean,
Useless.
it's really tough.
Yeah. Yuri's revenge GIs, boys.
Okay,
And
so
yeah, as we Ed
Before
going
the
for
war
radar.
factory for Ed.
Yep, and so that's it. So Ed, super early Deso. That's exactly what we saw. That's exactly what makes the most sense here. And yeah,
Look at the economy difference between the players. 5k against 1.2.
yeah.
And the GIs are dead right now.
There goes the GIs. But Max is up
No
on
war
tanks.
factory, right?
But Ed can
Yeah,
use these.
no more factory for Ed.
Ed can keep using these Desos to defend himself. He has the money for sentry guns. Max is broke, and now Ed out with a war factory. Max gonna try to jump in here on this radiation, but Ed will have a sentry ready to go.
Flat cannon. Alright, so we got flat cannon, Desos, and drone camp here. He's gonna need another flat cannon if he wants to cover his entire base. The drone, okay, one does get in. Deso gonna go down in the bottom left here, and Ed building in a square here, scared to leave his base versus the allied player. He's only on 2 oils. Let's remember that Max is already on 3 oils. So even though Ed has more money now, Max economy is better. He can produce more than Ed.
I'm not sure why Ed is making drones actually.
The drones seem weird. They do.
Yeah.
I guess Ed's trying to try to push into a mid-late game, I guess, but Max could be controlling the center of the map right here, and by doing so would be countering the drones with the crater, but he's choosing not to do that. All right, so now I'm going to take that power plant for Ed. I like that.
He gets the power plant here. Power drop to defend. Deso coming in, but the Black Eagles, what are they going to snipe? Going for tank, not the Deso. Interesting. Drone going in here.
Let's see if
Does
Max
that tank
realizes.
bait the drone? Yeah, can he fix it?
So he
Another
could-
one goes in.
So he could have drove in the crater there. He didn't realize that.
Is a bit
Oh, and he's
occupied
diving for
with
the
Ed.
MCV.
Oh,
He's
He's
gonna
died.
diving
get
his
it.
own troops, but he wants that MCV.
Wow.
That's it.
And yeah, and Max gonna lose. Max gets most of his Grizzlies bruised. Those could go to the crater. Max not using the crater as much as I'd like. Could have a little bit better field awareness right now. Could have evicted a couple drones. Could be healing up those Grizzlies. And I like that dive from Ed. I like using those Desos, suiciding his own units, but making sure he got that MCV is a great move.
He's
They're
now
pairing
flat
his tank
cannon in
at
the
the
front
moment.
position. We got Deso. Ed, can he hold on here? Ed can easily
Yeah.
defend this. He's gonna keep putting up flat cannons, keep making desolators, and he's gonna say, Max, I'm building, I'm expanding. You don't have an MCV. What are you gonna do? You gotta come to me.
Yep. And
Yeah, he's forcing Max out.
Yep, and he's got all these flat cans up. Ed very comfortable with his position here. MCV a little exposed on the backside. Max is going to try to take a big bite here, and
gonna
with the
dive
Eagles
for
coming
it.
in, ooh, great 1-2 punch there with the Eagles finishing it off. Beautiful, beautiful move.
Ooh.
Wow, so now they're in an even position, and all Max has to do is make some snipers and infantry, and he'll be able to defend anything Ed throws at him.
Yeah.
So it might come down to time here. We'll see which player makes a blunder. GI's coming in on the left, Eagles coming in as well. They're going to try and snipe some buildings. Deso going to counter the one on the left, but the tank's going in on the right here.
the War
Rocketeers and...
Factory.
Oh, he's going to die for the War Factory. He's going to die for the War
And the
Factory. with
Eagles.
Rocketeers and the Eagles.
There it
Gets
goes.
it. No
Oh.
War Factory for Ed.
So Ed,
Big hit.
Ed has to try to use this Deso to bruise all of these Grizzlies, and then he has to try to.
Max is looking his tanks.
Going for the power.
Yeah, there's a way to do this for Ed using these Desos. These Desos could be used correctly. He has enough Rhinos to make something happen. He has to be so careful right now, being very methodical, pushing in, really choosing targets. Pushes with the
Oh,
Grizzlies.
with the fodder there. Looks like Ed is gonna win this tank battle.
Oh, yep.
Oh.
Can he
Beautiful
get the
Deso.
AFC?
Gonna get the
If he
AFC.
gets the AFC here,
All of those rhinos are smoking right now, but it's gonna be enough. He's gonna take the AFC, and now the War
Wow.
Factory. Wow.
oh my God,
Tooth
Ed
and
wins
nail. What a fight. That one was so close.
Defeated.
that. Damn, it is a best of 7, so we still have one more game, even though Max said GG's.
I think like if Max had a sniper there, he would have won that fight.
Yeah, could have made a big difference. Could have made a
Yeah.
difference.
Oh, where did Max go?
He left.
Max, buddy.
I'll message him.
Get him back in here, and he also has to face Artie later on. It's gonna if he could get
Oh,
good
no.
wins off of Artie, will go to the finals to face Ed again.
Because yeah, the important thing to note here,
And not to message him. Let me find him on Discord.
okay, wait. So to be clear here, in my head, Snark, the way we were doing this is that it's just these 3 games.
Oh, that's it. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. My bad.
So it'll just be these 3 games. You know what I mean? But the problem is, the thing for Max is that Max, even if Max can't win this series, it'd be good for him to try to put up another point. You know what I mean? So Max really should
yeah.
try to finish off the series, obviously. But we could. The other thing too is we can do Ed versus Artie right now, and
Well, I mean, let's see. Where did Max go?
Yeah, we
They
should-
should just finish up this
Max
series.
should. Yeah, Max should finish this out. Yeah. Did you message him, Zed?
Yeah,
All right, he's back.
here he is.
All right, and so
He is
we have
back.
what did we just run?
So Ed was Soviet. He pushed in with those desolators.
yeah,
It was
that's right.
really,
Oh,
really
yeah, Ed
interesting.
was-
Max
okay.
didn't make a sniper, so now they're gonna switch it up, and Ed is gonna go allied, and Max gets Soviet. What do we think? Can Max do the same thing Ed just did to him? Maybe get another one on the board. Any point counts, right? Because maybe maybe Ed
Yeah.
won't be as successful versus Artie, and Max will be successful versus Artie.
Right,
We
exactly.
don't know. So every little point counts here.
Yep, point spreads matter. Yeah, you don't want to lose 4-1. That's obviously the kind of the big strategy here. Lloyd really wants a free for all. We'll get a free for all after this, Lloyd.
Yeah, I want a free for all as well.
Everyone wants a free for all. We'll get one in. We got the new bodyguard map. Okay, so
So that's why Zed came to commentate. He's like, I'm gonna secure my spot for the
yeah,
free-for-all
classic.
now."
He wanted to
All
yeah.
right, all
Help me.
right.
Oh god,
Very clever, Zed. Very clever. All right,
we lagging
So
a
we got-
little bit here.
Ed on the bottom right here, and Ed's not red. Ivor, well, what about our rhymes, man?
Keep you on your toes, Snark.
He was
Yeah,
yellow
indeed.
all the games.
All right, so
yeah, I only just noticed it. All right,
Max gonna-
GIs.
Max gonna try to counter with conscripts. There's only one thing we know for sure, that won't work. I'm just all right. Radar out now. Deso coming.
Right out, and this is a lot of GIs to not get value.
Dead.
Yeah,
Here comes the
15
Deso.
guys.
But Max with no War Factory because of going radar first.
Yeah, he did the same.
And he
ad,
and he went
same
low
ad.
power. Yeah, Ed did the same thing. Let's see if Max can get his tank numbers high enough to snipe an MCV. Oh, the Deso
Ooh,
on the
the
IFV!
sniper.
I mean, the sniper on the IFV is gonna get
Sniper.
the Deso.
Oh my
this is the
god.
brilliant count. This is exactly what you should be
When
doing.
Ed
No
when
more.
Ed is playing his game, it is so fun to watch. And this is Ed. You know what I mean? Like, love it. I love that.
Wow, the MCV goes down, and Ed is gonna win it
Oh.
just like that.
Wow.
Fucking
Fucking sniper. Wow.
When
Just like
Ed's
that, Ed
playing
wins.
his game, man, it's an absolute. It's a work of art. When Ed's playing his game, it's just so funny. Some days he's a little inconsistent. Some days when he's on, man, it's an absolute work of art. That was beautiful.
Oh my god. Brilliant.
Yeah. Wow.
Brilliant. What a beautiful game.
Um.
Brilliant. And that means 4 points for Ed, 1 point for Max. Max points in the end wins. So are we getting Artie versus Ed now? What are we getting?
Yeah. Let's do Artie versus Ed. Well, let's run an FFA. Let's run an FFA real quick.
He went offline.
Who went
Does Max
offline?
know he needs Max?
I'll
Well-
message him again.
Like
Well,
off CNC it.
well, someone tell Max that he needs to hang around. But Manho with the sub.
All right, we're going for free for all in the
Sandokan
meantime.
420 died. Thank you for the follow already. Thanks for the follow, buddy. All right, guys, we're going to run an FFA right now. We're going to run a quick FFA, and then we're going to get right back into it. We will run Artie and Ed. Wait, where's Artie from again? I feel like we knew this, and then I didn't
Okay,
know. And then I
UK.
heard the UK.
UK. UK.
Yeah.
So, Artie versus Ed. So just a quick reminder, guys. Let's reacquaint ourselves for a second here. D1 now. Ed, Max, and Artie, three-way championship. That's what we got going on. Now, Ed just beat Max. So, if Ed beats Artie, then that'll be it. It'll be over. If Ed loses to Artie, we have some more games we played. But if Ed beats Artie, that means both these players would have one loss. Ed would have 2 wins. So if Ed can win this, he will take home the championship, take home $50, and move on to the pro bracket. Ed is in yellow. Artie is in red. Soviet versus Soviet. Let's get it going.
Let's
No,
see.
Zed,
Oh, I need to
spectator.
set myself.
Noob.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, to Sheriff UK gang. All right. Here we go. We got Artie in red fighting out of the UK on the left. We got Ed in yellow fighting out of the US of A on the right. Both these players are looking super tough. I'm psyched. I'm really feeling good about this matchup. Both these players. I'm hyped. They both have shown that they know the map, they know Blitz, and we see it right away. The early conscripts, the early action. How you guys feeling? Snark, where's your money at?
In the Soviet versus what's the slag?
Ah!
Oh, it's me.
All right, Zed, you're off the
Can
island.
you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
That's weird. Yeah, just kick me.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's not letting me click it. Ed proposes
You
clicking. Ed proposes kicking Snark from the game.
He did that? All right, Ed. All right, so what do we got? We got, like you said, Artie in red on the left. We got Ed as yellow on the right here.
They
And
both.
in the Soviet versus Soviet matchup, man, I'm gonna have to side with Ed here.
Yeah. I think obviously Ed in traditional play and his years played in the game, Ed is radically ahead of Artie. But in sheer reps on this map, Artie is radically ahead of Ed. So we'll see if Artie can use that knowledge he's put in, the practice he's been getting these last couple weeks to pull something tricky out on Ed. But like we talked about, when Ed's playing his game, he's really tough. And today he's been playing his game. He's been absolutely on. Just been looking so
On
good every
point,
time.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so let's see here. But Artie's able to slightly pull ahead on this middle battle here. And Artie up on tanks.
Wow. Artie with that bunker there, really doing a nice job. Ed does manage to snipe it, but it did get so much value. And he has an elite conscript there, so another bunker is going to be very useful here. He really wants to get that tech, still hasn't been able to. The sentry guns are out, and another bunker out for
Ooh,
Ed.
and that's a nice bunker.
Oh, but it's right on top of Artie's tanks. Got
Yep.
nice damage there. Sentry guns take it down.
And the forward barracks. The forward barracks for Ed right now is going to make all the difference in this engagement. His infantry are able to get there that much faster, but Artie is up on tanks. Artie going to go in and take this war factory.
Oh, that's Ed's only war factory.
Yep. And
Ed
Ed,
without a war
so
factory.
Ed tries to reroute. He needs to mix things up here. He's not going to beat him head on. He tries to take the higher ground to slow things down. Not going to be enough. Artie doesn't take the bait. He takes the barracks instead. Ed has another barracks, but does not have a war factory, so Artie is way up right now. There's a massive window of opportunity, and Artie needs to make something happen, I think.
Indeed, Artie does need to make something happen here, and but he's pushing in. Ed is losing tanks by the second. Artie's clicking them. Nice micro out of Artie. Ed is left with no tanks, and Artie keeps pushing. Sentry gun right on Ed's doorstep, and Artie might take out this other war factory, and it might be over right here. What's he going for? He's going for the MCV. He's gonna dive with the MCV. Oh, and look at Artie! Look at Artie
Yep.
with the anti-oil weapon out front, getting oil.
The
That's nice.
anti-oil!
Getting the war factory as well.
The
Oh
anti-oil
my
sniping
God.
the oil derricks. This is the first time all tournament we've seen this goddamn building get used.
Wow.
Wow, but
Wait,
Ed's able to save
wow.
Ed saves the war factory. Ed still has a
Man,
war
Ed-
factory and a barracks.
Yeah, but will it be enough
Oh, the 2 elite conscripts.
here? It's broke.
Oh, and
Ed is
Ed's
completely
broke though.
He needs to make something happen now. He might get this war factory here. He needs to keep sniping these rhinos. This is exactly what Ed needs. Elite conscripts, veteran rhinos, soon to be elite. This is what he needs to get ahead
Oh
here.
my God.
Crushing all of Artie's conscripts. He's pushing in here. Artie looked like he was crazy ahead, but Ed, with the non-stop aggro, just doing so much damage here.
Ed has so many elite conscripts. Artie just needs to slow it down. He's got the MCV advantage. He has everything going for him
He
right now.
gave Ed the elite!
Oh,
He
deploy the
gave Ed
Deso!
elite!
He doesn't deploy the Deso! He didn't deploy the Deso! Oh
War
no!
factory goes down. Artie's still ahead, right? Artie still has 1,000,000 oils and 2 war factories, but with the elite conscripts and the elite rhino here, Artie's gonna need perfect micro to be able to do anything. These elite conscripts are just melting all of Artie's conscripts right now. Oh my god, Artie could be in big trouble here.
Yep, and Artie does not have that radar, so no more Desos. Okay, so Artie's able to finally clean out these conscripts, just barely. The elite conscripts are gunning down all of his conscripts because he's running them right past. And Ed getting so much done with that elite rhino. Ed bouncing in and out of the crater, looking so tough right now. And Artie had everything going for him and just strung himself out a little bit too far. That elite
Oh, but now he's
conscripts.
gonna dive. It's gonna go for a base trade. And if he go for a base trade, Artie will win this.
Yep, Artie. Yep,
What is
and
he going
now's
for?
the time.
Okay.
Takes the war factory, takes the barracks, bit out of position now. Okay, so
It's
does
the elite rhino though.
gets the elite rhino.
And now Artie could just chill. Right?
now-
Artie
yep.
can just chill.
Now Artie
And he will win.
Artie can just hang out. Artie's got this waypoint on these conscripts, so they're all just dying and doing nothing. So now Artie gonna go for the base trade. Ed only left with a few buildings. Wow.
Yeah, Ed can't for the base trade. What a crazy game. And Artie beating Ed.
And Artie
What?
officially proving he's the real deal. I think he's already proven it, but yeah. I mean, yeah, putting one up on Ed when Ed's playing top level like this, really nice.
Wow. But let's remember the Max series. Max won Ed in the Soviet versus Soviet and then lost everything else. Right?
Yep.
So Ed could make a huge it could still finish 4-1 exactly like the Max series. It far from being over, and now we're going Allied versus Allied.
So
What is
Allied
Artie's
versus
plan
Allied.
here?
Okay, we need to make sure that we didn't lose Max. Did anyone touch base with Max and let him know that this tournament's not over?
Zed said he would, but then we lost Zed as well. So let me real quick reach out to him on Discord and make sure that he's
message
around.
Max, because if Artie wins this game, we got to get Max back in here. Kane, close the okay, I see what you're saying. Alt tab out and then vote.
Let me find Max real quick here.
Yeah, it'd be really unfortunate to lose Max, and then we'd be in a really annoying situation.
Why can't I find him on Discord? This is really weird. Give me a second, I'm sure I'll find him.
Oh, is he OP Korea can't miss? That's what I have him as. Wait, no, that's not right. That's not right.
It's not?
I don't know. What's his? Come on, guys. Oh,
I
Zed
don't know,
says.
he's changing his name.
Okay, what?
And is he coming, Zed? What did he say? You spoke to him?
Did you message him or did you hear back from him? Those are two very different things. Oh yeah, that is it. OP. Okay, now we've all officially messaged Max.
Okay, great.
All right. Let's keep the energy going here. Allied versus Allied. Man, Artie, but also hats off to Artie there too, because Artie made a few mistakes and Ed was capitalizing on them, but Artie was able to calm down, collect himself, and close that game out. And Ed did not make it easy. Ed went down kicking and screaming. Pretty funny.
Yeah, so here we go. Game number 2, Allied versus Allied. Now, Artie has a specific plan here. He has a specific build. We've seen it before many times. He'll counter the GIs with GGIs, but he'll go in early AFC. Right? We've always seen Artie go early AFC. Let's see if he does it here versus Ed, and let's see if it pays off.
Yep.
Ed out with the early GIs.
Both players, the early GIs, yep, and it'd be interesting to see. Yeah, Artie bringing these early AFCs. I'd like to see Artie mix a Navy SEAL in with to counter these GIs possibly, but he usually runs the Eagles and the Rockies, and we've seen the weakness that Max tried to expose unsuccessfully was getting on Artie's backside. When a player goes Rockies, Eagles early on, they usually leave themselves undefended. And so I'd like to see if Ed picked that up and if Ed's going to try to maybe get down and try to counterpunch a little bit. As I say that, these Rockies doing a good job cleaning out these GIs. No anti-air in that mix yet, and no War Factory. So no, okay, oh, Patriot Missile now, nice. Patriot Missile
Here
and,
comes
and,
out, the seal.
and the Navy
but the
SEAL.
seal.
Ooh, not good
Oh, and now
control.
Artie has the cliff.
And the barracks is in range now.
Everything melts. Everything melts.
Yep.
It's over from here.
And that's game.
It is completely over from here. Already got the cliff. He won the GI battle. The Rocketeers helped him win the GI battle, and it was just over right there.
Yeah, the Navy SEAL,
2-0.
he blundered with that Navy SEAL. Yep. Absol with the hydrate. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Wow. That was fast. I was not expecting Artie to get 2-0 this quickly.
RDOP.
Artie is OP, man. Really, really playing the next level. He has proven he is one of the best on Blitz.
I mean, Artie's gonna go. If Artie wins this, like, it's such an epic story because Artie's gonna go from D2. He wins D2. If he wins D1 and then goes to pro.
Yeah.
True underdog story, man.
Indeed. Indeed. So now we switch it up. Soviet versus Allied. Artie gets Allied. Ed gets Soviet. Can Artie get another win here? Ed Soviet has proven to be so powerful.
So
Versus Allied here.
Ed's got to pump. I mean, Ed knows exactly. Now, the one thing I will say, possibly one of Artie's weaknesses is he's a bit predictable. He has a few things that work really well, but he's very consistent with them. And so you know the GIs are coming, and Ed goes Deso, right? Right, Snark? I mean, that's the move.
Well, yes and no. Even if you go Deso, the conclusion is that you go radar, you go low power, and you don't have a war factor. You're late to everything. Now, what we see in Artie. Artie goes early FC, and then he tries to snipe the Desos and do something. Oh, but that dog of Ed getting so many GIs.
Oh, now that dog camping the barracks, that's going to really help slow things down.
Rocketeer out, though. And the flat cannon out, but he goes low power from the radar, like we said he would. What can he get done with these Rocketeers before he gets the power back online? And then it's going to happen soon. The power's back.
Power's back.
This is a Rocketeer.
Deso coming. Artie going to pull those GIs back. Very smart, very smart.
Yeah, but the Deso can't leave the flat cannon, right? And here comes the Eagle. What's the target? Backs off. Keeping Ed in his base, keeping Ed in his corner. And if we do a head count now, Artie is ahead on oils, but the War Factory is out for Ed. What's the target? He's bringing out Flak Troopers. Interesting. Going for the Deso, misses the Deso.
So he's got flak troopers and conscripts gonna push on this bottom side. A rhino now behind. Ooh,
Sniper
oh,
out,
I was like, I hear
sniper
two snipers in that group. Nice counter from
Nice.
Artie.
That's exactly what
Oh,
we
and
needed here with
that
the
fortified hut. Oh, Ed got in that hut, which was really, really nice.
Trying to get the oil.
gonna
Can
dive
he
on
get
this
the oil?
oil.
Can he get the oil? Oh.
Oh, come on.
Artie, can he
Oh, it
gets
does
it.
get the oil. That's nice, but Artie's still looking tough right now with a lot of GIs.
A lot of
Ed's
GIs
got
and
another
4
Deso.
oils versus 3. Oh no, 4 oils versus 3 oils. And the Deso's out, but the Eagle is here to snipe it. Let's see if he can do it. Here comes the Eagle. Misses the Deso again. Gotta love those Eagles. You spend 1,200 on them and they constantly hit. But snipers will counter the Desos perfectly, which allows the GIs to move in here. What is your answer, Ed?
Yeah, I would like to. I mean, yeah, and here Artie comes. He's got the snipers. He's got the GIs. And it's going to be tough.
Oh, but the snipers get crushed and the Deso is chasing the GIs out.
Oh, and yep, and Ed's going to take a nice bite here on the bottom side. Could get a
Oh,
good,
this
decent
could be huge.
big chain. Has
Axe off
Oh,
here.
ah,
Okay, doesn't get that much.
And Artie built those oils really, really well. Didn't get a chain reaction. That was heads up on Artie's part to not have those too close together.
Yeah, but we're gonna enter late game territory here soon. What does he go for? Goes for the barracks with only 2 eagles. You need 3 to snipe the barracks. Bear drop at the top of Ed's base. Ed setting his rhinos to respond to that. Artie could go in with his grizzly right now, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's gonna go for the war factory here. Goes for the war factory. Gonna get it. War factory goes down. And there's still the bear drop on the top. Those 2 rhinos die to it. Artie is overwhelming Ed here, and it looks like Artie's gonna win this.
Yep. Artie's going to go 3-0 on Ed.
Oh my god, Artie looking OP as all hell here, really giving out a performance here. Now the GIs in the bottom are going in. Ed is left with no production buildings. Artie left with a full base. GG, it's over. Elite Rhino is beautiful, but it's not gonna save the day here.
Yep, and I think and Artie, you know, showing a lot of these top level guys that their traditional skills aren't enough. If they want to beat someone like him in Blitz, they're gonna have to get their 100 reps in as well. And Artie looking tough right now.
Artie looking super tough. 3-0 versus Ed. Now let's remember, Ed got 4-1 versus Max. Right?
Right,
Artie
right.
getting 3-0 versus Ed might mean that he'll wreck Max and take this by a huge margin.
Yep, and the margins do matter as we do. This is a 3-way championship match we got going on right now because of some dropouts. So Artie needs to win this, and then Artie needs to beat Max.
Indeed, indeed. So we're moving on to match point for Artie. 3-0. If he wins this, he does win the series. Ed is out, and then Artie needs to play Max, and then we'll have a look at the points and see who takes it.
Yep.
Wow, Artie looking super strong, but now Ed gets the ally. The GI rush is going to come, and what is Artie's answer to the GI rush is the question.
Yeah, it's kind of been the question all day. We've seen a couple different people try different things, and in most cases, when the GI rush fails, it's usually a combination of the defender doing something right and usually the attacker doing something wrong. I mean, it goes a little bit of both ways. The GIs have just been looking so strong on this map. And we'll see if Artie pumps the early Deso or what he brings here.
Yeah, so here we go. Early radar, super early radar from Artie. Right after oil, that's interesting. So the Deso is out. Let's see if Ed can do a good job with doing with Deso. All he needs is an airport and a sniper. Artie sending that Deso into no man's land. GI's running. Here comes a dog. Deploy deals with the dog. Alright, so both on oils, both on radar tech, no war factory here. Alright, Rocketeers and Eagles are starting to come out. Artie, what's your answer to the air? Is the question being asked here. He's gonna try and dodge these Eagles. The Eagles spinning around and only then going in order to get this. Alright, but there's a Rocketeer here and Artie has no answer to it. He's gonna use his last escalator. Now the GIs are on his doorstep. Oh,
Yep.
Ed is gonna get the war factory and it's gonna be over right here. GIs once again deciding the game as we've seen in most of these games.
Yep.
GIs really being the deciding factor on this map. And in come the Eagles. Down is gonna go the Rhino. Bye Rhino. No war factory, no Rhino.
Both Eagles make it out of that cannon. And Artie,
Yeah.
Tough spot. Yeah, let's see if Ed tries to keep a little pressure on. He's got an elite. Artie making
Again, it's pretty even because they're both on radar tech. Both have 4 oils, right? Oh,
yeah, you
but
guys,
Ed
I dropped that link. You can click that link to see the bracket. Oh, that elite GI doing work. Here comes some Eagles. Deso heading over to counter. Oh, snipes the Deso. Nice.
Wow.
Ooh, that. Oh, yep.
Oh, Cliff. That's gonna be devastating. Can't the Deso coming on time? Ed microing them, moving them away, and sniping it. Amazing micro out of Ed here. Just incredible micro.
Yep.
Artie's gonna crush these GIs, gets them. Okay, both on War Factory, both on radar, but 4 Eagles. So annoying to deal with. Going for the power. You need 4 to take out the power. One of those Eagles did not have its shot reloaded here. And Artie still holding on somehow. Survived the GI rush, survived the Eagles, survived the air, survived losing a War Factory to the GIs. And Artie on tech.
Oh, and we're going to see the naval yard from Artie now. And here come the Eagles, though. They're going to take that battle lap. Really unfortunate. Does lose. Takes 3 Eagles. Takes 3 Eagles.
But these GIs, oh, the Deso is there, deploy it? Gets the deploy.
So, yep, Artie's going to hang out on the top side. So Artie now has Artie does not have the money. That's what's unfortunate about that Battle Lab loss. I really liked where his head was at with that counter punch. A Dreadnought would have completely swung the energy in this game, but it's expensive. And Artie is broke, so
He
Artie
gets
does
the
get
lab back up.
Artie another Battle Lab out. And Artie's got a lot of rhinos that Ed does not have a counter for right now.
Oh, that's right. He's gonna target these.
Oh my
Mirages, and
God.
Ed is gonna get in big trouble here.
Wait, I didn't. Wait,
Ed is-
I was like, all of a sudden, I feel like I've like closed my eyes for a second. All of a sudden, Ed doesn't have a chance.
And the game flips just like that. Artie's gonna clean up these Grizzlies and win the game right here. And look at the forward oil.
Yeah, the anti-oil
ion.
sniping some oils too.
Oh my God. Ed is gonna try to get something done with these Eagles, but it's over. No room for naval. Oh, Ed tried to make a naval yard. Ed, there's only one spot you can make a naval yard in.
Ed, come on, man. It's like this is your last point of the tournament. You just found that out?
And Artie gonna clean Ed 4-0, Ivor.
Whoa.
You do not come from D2 and clean Ed 4-0. You do not do that.
Oh my goodness gracious. And so for any of you guys wondering, you can read the bottom note on the map card. Naval yards can only be built in the middle harbor. No one ever reads my map cards, man. I don't even know why I make them. All right, we got to get Max in here now.
Wow. 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 Wow, wow, wow. Just incredible 4-0. That is no joke. That is no joke at all.
Yeah, 4-0 to Ed. Tough. All right,
Now,
so we got to get
Max
Max.
does have a point, so if he wins 4 games, he goes up next.
All right, so I messaged Max. He is online. Presumably, I don't know. We'll see. All right, so here's where we're at. The D1 tournament. This is the 3-way championship right now. So Ed beat Max. Artie beat Ed. So now we're going to have Artie versus Max. 3-way championship, basically. Winner of this is going to go on, take $50. And then, and the winner of that goes on to the championship. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll deal with the hypotheticals as they approach, as they happen. We'll deal with them. I honestly don't think Max is even going to come play this game, so I don't think we're really even going to have to worry about it. But
Yeah, and again, in a regular bracket, Ed beat Max, faced Artie, Artie beat Ed. Therefore, it's okay if Artie moves on to the next bracket, because it's as if in this stage, Ed was versus Max and Artie was in the next stage. Ed moved on to the next stage and Artie was waiting for him there, and then he beat Ed and moved on.
yeah, yeah. So if Max 4-1 Artie, then I mean, yeah, it just doesn't really matter. But I don't think Max is going to come anyway, so I think Artie's just going to win this. I mean,
Yeah,
if Ed beat Max and then Artie crushed Ed, it's like it makes sense. It did work out. There's nothing too dramatic about this, but it would be nice for Max just to come finish up the tournament for us, obviously. But that's how it goes. 2 people didn't show up. 1 person dropped out early.
It still took us 2 hours and 20 minutes to finish off this bracket.
Yep. Well, I think I started. I think we
Wow.
started. I started 15 minutes early. We ran a 10-minute FFA, about 2 hours. Yeah.
Wow. Either way, man, what a great day. What an incredible series. And Artie deserves this. Well, we'll see if Max shows up. But wow. Just wow. And you want to show us the pro bracket, what's coming up towards the end of the month? Because that's what I'm hyped up for, bro.
All right, guys. Artie takes the championship. He deserves it. We had a couple players drop out. Things got a little funky. We went to a 3-way championship. All 3 of these players were supposed to play each other once. Ed beat Max pretty decisively. Artie beat Ed pretty decisively. Max is now missing in action. We're gonna give it to Artie. I mean, if Ed is better than Max and Artie's better than Ed, it makes sense. Artie's moving on. Artie's taking home the $50. He deserves it. He's fighting his ass off out here. Proving that he can hang with the big boys. He wins the D1 tournament after winning the D2 tournament. For those of you guys who missed the action yesterday, Artie wins D2. He's now won D1. He's going on to the pro bracket. here we are. Now,
Wow.
unfortunately, if you come in from D1, it means you're going to match up with Quas, who's coming off the championship. He took first place in the last tournament. So now this is where we got the 8 top dogs in here for this tournament's going to be starting in about 2 weeks. Quas, Artie, Zed Legend, Zane, Kian, Jaz, and Luke. This is a lot of big hitters. Snark, what do you think? Who do you think's taking this one home?
All right, so let's have a look at these names and really talk about them seriously for a second. All right, so we got Jaz versus Luke. Now these two are very even. Jaz with an insane amount of reps, but Luke, you know, he's come out of nowhere and he has dominated the scene. He is extremely powerful. It's hard for me, man. Between those two, if you had a gun to my head, I'd say Jaz. All right, just because I know he will find the exploit and use it. He will work hard and he will do whatever it takes. Luke is a little more casual when it comes to coming. He'll come in and be super powerful, but he won't put in the amount of work. Zane versus QN. Now, Zane is no joke, but if you ask me, QN is next level shit, right? He's like 17, 16 years old, and the guy has reflexes of a cat. He has 7 hands. I'm not sure QN is human. He's like falls into the Woody Quas
Yeah,
category. You know,
he's
those
octopus
guys.
status for sure.
Indeed, indeed. So if I had to bet again between QN and Zane, it's gonna be QN, right? And that means QN versus Luke, which, whew, that's gonna be. I don't even know, man. That's according to my prediction. Then you got Zed versus Legend. Now, again, Legend, incredible QN player, but we've seen Zed versus Legend. We've seen Zed. Zed on Blitz is a monster. So unless Legend, you know, pulls his act together and starts putting reps, Legend, I'm dying to play Blitz with you, bro. Zed is gonna take that. Zed is gonna take that.
We all want Legend to play Blitz competitively. That's why, like he just said in this tournament, I didn't sign up. Legend, you didn't sign up. I just put you in, man. We're just counting on you. But seriously, tell me if you don't want to play. And then Artie versus Quas. What do we think about that?
I mean, Quas falls into the metahuman category, but Artie 4-0ing Ed, you know, Quas might actually have to put in some effort here because Artie has proven that he will put in the effort, he will find out the correct strats, and he will implement them great under pressure. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, Quas versus Artie. Again, gun to my head, I'd say Quas, but all of these are going to be insanely close, except Zed versus Legend, unless Legend put it. I tell you, Legend puts in 25 games, he will crush this bracket. He has
Yep.
the skills, he has the ability, right? He's just too lazy to put in put in the work. But Artie wins $50 right here, right now, for winning D1. So congratulations to Artie. Really, really well done for him. Max is back.
And Max
Max
is
is back
back.
on.
Let's get
Oh
it
my.
going. Make Artie work for it. Artie, just like that, complaining about fighting Quas. Now you're not. We're back in it. All right,
Poor
Artie and Max,
Artie.
get in the
Poor
game. Let's
Artie.
get it going, guys.
Artie says, "Why am I playing an AI? Not fair." Yeah, Quas. It's unclear whether Quas is a supercomputer or a human being.
I will say though,
Uh,
I will say though about this bracket, a couple things to note are that this map, traditional skills aren't as relevant. Like map knowledge, we are seeing is outplaying traditional skill in a lot of ways. Yeah, like I think with Big Little Lake, it was easier for a player, a really good player, to use their tank control, to use the skill set they already have, and it transferred over very well. You know what I mean? I think we saw that more on Big Little Lake versus on this map where it's like reps are so important because the map plays so goofy. Like using these little cliffs, getting, knowing when to take the tech and like when to go up and using the crater. There's so much to it. So I think we will see the reps being so huge here. And it could be where we see more of a tilt versus on Big Little Lake where Luke, I think, would crush Jaws realistically. Luke is so tough with those on maps more like that. Whereas on a map like this, once Jaws gets his 100 reps in, Jaws could flip the entire meta on its head and win the entire tournament before anyone else figures out how to counter it. It's going to play very, very differently. All right.
Indeed, indeed, and that's the beauty about this format, right? New map every month. We will keep it interesting. We're gonna keep it crazy
That's
and
it.
keep players on their toes.
That's what it's all about around here. All right, so we got
Credit to you, Ivor. Yeah, I said we, but when I said we, I meant you.
Oh, you're
I
part of the
meant you.
team too. The map making, man, yeah, it's what it takes, man. And a quick shout out to all the guys in this case. BB Glass with the map will help him bring this map to life.
Oh, BB Glass. Wow.
Snark helping bring the anti-oil to life. It's so funny, the anti-oil. We have all those sleepless nights perfecting the anti-oil. No one uses it, but it does. But it is preventing the oil walk. Even though people aren't
Artie.
using it, it's preventing the oil walk, which is nice. We haven't seen any oil walks all tournament,
That is true.
which is
That
great
is true.
because they're annoying and stupid.
Well, that could be argued, but yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my.
it does prevent it, and definitely, the meta has to evolve, keeping players on their toes. It's not going to be like QM where it's every same old maps every month. You build, your builds, everything. No, every month you're gonna have to relearn, try something
Yep.
new, try something, just evolve.
Yep, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Wait, okay, what are these guys asking? No, okay. Uh, all right, BO7. They don't need to know what the deal is. They just have to know that they want to win. Okay, all right, all right. So Artie in red, Max in yellow. Boom, let's hit it. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Schmo, bring some biddies. I like that. Appreciate it, buddy.
Legend Ed played Max and he played Artie. So Ed technically has 4 points, the same amount of Artie.
Yeah, so basically if Artie wins this, if Artie wins, he wins.
Yeah.
If
Ar-
Artie
let's put-
loses 4-1 or worse, then we're in like a weird three-way tie and we'll just have to deal with that fire when it catches.
I love it. All right, so we got Soviet versus Soviet. We got Max on the right. We got Artie on the left. Max coming out with the conscripts. And Artie again 4-0ing Ed, but Max is like, no, 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 no. I'm here now, and I'm not gonna let you get away with a win that easily. Max has proven that he wrecked me easily enough. So, not that that says anything, but Max knows Blitz. Max
Yep.
knows Blitz. Will Artie's knowledge of this map and the way he's been playing, Max has been watching the stream as well. He knows what's going on. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting for sure.
Yep, and who knows what Max was doing while he abandoned us all for that hour. Might have been strategizing. Yeah, and I think so. Zed's basically right. It does. We talked about it. It is point spread basically. So basically, Max would have to he'd have to 4-0 Artie, and even then, I don't know. Max needs to crush Artie, and then I
Both
don't.
on Artie as well, and then they're both on 5 points.
Oh right.
Either way, Ed has only 4 points. Right?
Right,
As soon as
right,
Artie
right.
wins one, he has 5 points and he's ahead. But alright.
Yep. All right. So both players, the conscripts and the rhinos.
Skips and Rhino War in the center here. It's gonna come down to tank control. You're gonna have to click those tanks, and Artie winning the conscript war, moving his rhinos around, and Max is actually backing off here. Artie takes the pit
Yep.
or the crater, and Artie should really be clicking those tanks while they're distracted, attacking his conscripts. If we do a quick oil count, we see 4 oils versus 4 oils, but Max on 2 war factories.
And Artie splits the conscripts and the rhinos. He wants to go after that MCV, and
Radar
Max out with the radar. Going to have a Deso up to counter. Oh, those conscripts are going to get the war factory. The conscripts get the war factory on the top side. Oh, but Artie isn't able to get the MCV, and Max was able to bait him to take it. And in the process, Artie did lose a lot of his army. Didn't get the MCV. Took a war factory. Yeah, if Artie could have got that MCV too, would have been huge. Wasn't able to get it though. It was smart that he pulled out. He would have lost his entire army and lost the point if he would have tried to suicide for it. Now with the sentry gun, and Artie does this. He puts his tech out front like that. It kind of scares me. I know he likes to stretch and be aggressive, but you don't want to have your radar out like that. It just makes it a little bit vulnerable. Max has a Deso now on the top side, moving in. Max going to take the higher ground here. Going to start doing work from that cliff.
Gonna be a
Oh,
trade.
nice
It's
Deso.
gonna be a trade.
Nice, and
But
a nice
very nice.
Deso.
Going for the MCV. Max backing off from the Desolator, and he gets the MCV. So now Artie has an MCV. Max doesn't, but Max has the cliff. He's gonna get this war factory. Drones coming out for Artie now. Oh,
And
and
nice.
Artie traps Max army.
A nice Deso. Traps. Yep, that's right. Traps the army. Nice. And so, okay, so now there's that Deso. And Artie's going to go after... Artie's got a couple drones on the backside to defend himself with. And he's going to take this war factory, take the other war factory. Oh, but these
And you can
Desos.
just chill.
Yep. Okay, so
No,
now
but Artie
Artie
gets both war factories.
and Max is
all of
heavily,
Max's things are droned.
and yep, and there it goes.
Wow. Artie coming out victorious. So that means that Artie is now on 5 points versus Max's 1 point.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
All right, which means that if Artie wins one more, it's over. Artie takes the championship.
That's true.
Max
We'll let
needs
these guys. We
4
won't tell them. We won't tell
consecutive wins.
Max. We'll let
Oh, no,
these
no,
guys
of course
fight it
not.
out.
Are you kidding me, man? No
Well,
way, don't tell them.
yeah, don't tell them. Yeah.
Don't tell them. Let's have some fun, bro. I love watching these guys play. Blitz is incredible here.
Yeah, Legend. Can we have one oil count as one miner? Legend, listen, buddy. We can't make it any easier for you. You're gonna have to get in the blitz pit and get your practice in, just like everybody else. Okay. But it's too complicated, Legend, because miners, obviously, their distance to the mine and stuff changes everything. The oils are consistent; they always pump the exact same. So it is difficult to anticipate understanding the economy without just getting those sheer reps in. That's right, Colo. Artie's simultaneous attacking, his splits are really, really nice. Early on in that last game, he split the conscripts on the top side to take the war factory, brought the tanks down on the bottom. Artie looking octopus status. He's looking really, really nice.
Looking super strong, and that just makes me even more excited for the pro bracket, because that's just gonna be nuts.
Yep.
We're
I'm
doing
really,
an AVL now.
I'm really, really excited to see it. I can't wait to see how these top guys play this map. I mean, it's going to be an absolute treat. End of the month.
End of the month, yeah, we're gonna give them all month to practice. You heard, Legend? All month to practice.
Legend, get the
Anyway.
reps in. We all want it, buddy. We're all cheering for you to get your practice in.
All right, Artie with a lot of GIs here, and the Rocketeers coming out as well to help deal with the. Well, okay, he's completely broke. He spent a lot on these GIs. Let's see what he can get done here. Using the Rocketeers to counter the Rocketeers here. Careful, it's 2 Rocketeers versus 1. Artie losing his Rocketeers here. That's gonna make a big difference.
So now
Cleaning out
he's-
those GIs. Now he needs to get value.
He's going to put. I think he just needs to push with the GIs. Yep, going to go up.
Get the
Try.
AFC.
Yep, going to.
Really need to get that AFC.
Oh, but he deployed him a little too early. And this is not going in Artie's favor right now. Gonna try to dive.
Diving for the AFC. Can he get it?
Oh, not.
No.
Oh my God, this GI might get it. Max doesn't see the GI. Oh.
It's panic mode. Send 3 Eagles on a GI.
Yeah, 3 Eagles. And now all of these Rockies.
Oh,
Yeah.
Max is way ahead now. 3 Eagles, Rockies, 4 oils. Artie's only in 2 oils. I think Max wins this.
I mean, that's the exact same opening we saw happen so many times, and it has won so many games for Artie, and it didn't work this time. And Max,
didn't.
I don't, again, like we talked about it, I'm not sure Max did anything amazing. I think Artie just kind of blundered it. I liked the counter, the Rocky counter. I mean, that's, I guess, what it was, right? Max just countered with more Rockies.
Yes, it was 2 Rockies versus 1 there for just 1 second. Artie lost his Rocketeers, lost his advantage, and then the Rocketeers of Max could clean up his GIs, trying to defend with Patriots here. But let's be honest, Max is way ahead here. He's got 4 Eagles. He'll keep sniping that tech. Won't let Artie take up. He has a higher Rocketeer count. Artie is in big trouble here. He has a War Factory. Artie does not. Another Patriot comes out. Oh, but they do get through. The AFC does go down. Doesn't get the sell on it even. Does lose 1 Eagle for it. And
Well, he's going to try to cut these Eagles
2
off with the Rockies. Look at him take that route with the Rockies to try to take the
Yeah.
Eagles.
Trying
Yeah.
to target them, but the IVs come in to counter the Rockies, and he's going to lose some Rockies for this.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh, wow.
Okay,
He's able to
doesn't
save
lose
him.
any Rockies. Yeah. Engineer comes out to take the tech. War Factory's out, but these IFVs are all over the place. Another Patriot comes out for Artie. He's like, I want this AFC. I will put Patriots everywhere to get it. AFC comes out again. Interesting location. I want to put it next to the War Factory to get max zoning on these Patriots. But, alright. Max grabs control of the center. He's got more oils. And a sniper out for Max as well in an IFV to clean up these GIs. And now Max is going to push in with these GIs. Oh, he gets the IFV with a sniper, but Max pushing in here loses the Eagle for it. All of his Rocketeers are healing up. You could see the animation now. Oil going to go down. Chain reaction? Okay, gets a power plant with it. Artie looking in big trouble here, Ivor.
Yep.
Ed couldn't get a win off Artie, but Max can. Makes me
Yeah.
feel a little bit better about losing Max, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I do think this was one of those games where the opening, I mean, Artie just completely blundered his opening. it's an opening that he's won most games with in less than 90 seconds, and it went really south quickly. Just did not work out at all for him, and it's just been an uphill battle ever since then. And a player like Max, if you give him room to breathe, if you give him an opportunity, if you blunder, he's gonna make you pay for it. And you know, Max now
Fascinating is Artie still alive?
already is still alive, but
Or yeah, but he's like in a serious disadvantage here. Serious
You know,
disadvantage here.
the thing is, Artie's got he's got a little bit of money. Artie could bring a naval yard. He could bring AFCs or aircraft carriers. If Artie can stay
Yeah,
alive,
pushing in at the top. Max completely out of position. Okay, moving into the Fed now. Artie backing
he's
off
trying
here.
to take the
And
AF.
Artie's Eagle coming in, going in, gets the lab just as the weather storm comes up. Max trolling here, clearly trolling, making a weather storm.
Yep.
And but it actually will come into play, right? There'll be 2 weather storms before the timer's up, if the game is not over before that.
Yep. Yeah, Artie. If Artie was somehow able to resist here, and then build a naval yard, build a couple aircraft carriers, maybe, but that's his only shot, and it's a long shot. There's a lot of Rockies for Max.
Yeah, 3 Jazz on the top left, a few splitting off to deal with this power drop. Another power drop gonna go down in the top left.
Oh, so Artie snipes
so
the
many
AFC.
Rocketeers for Max. Yeah, that's nice. Does he lose a eagle for it is the question. Doesn't lose an eagle. Artie might be sort of catching up here. Gaps up his base as well. This is crucial. And the naval yard.
And the naval
The
yard's
naval yard
out.
comes up.
So he's got to build a cruiser first, I think. There's too many Rockies to start with that.
Yeah, definitely. Aegis Cruiser and more Patriots coming out for Artie all over the place. He knows the Rocketeer count is not in his favor. If we look quickly at the kills right now, Max is way ahead, but Artie is trying to make a serious comeback here. Rocketeer's moving to position. The Aegis Cruiser coming in as well. Can he use these Eagles to get
The problem
something done here?
The problem is you have to have an army to support this naval push because of the proximity. You know what I mean? The Mirages can come in and start shooting. He needs to bring,
Yeah.
and if he brings his tanks, he's going to lose them. So he's going to lose that aircraft carrier. He needs to try to support the aircraft carrier with land units.
He needs to
And
push in the center.
Artie's going to push in the center.
Okay, backs off, gets a lot of value for that push actually. But Max's Rocketeers, ooh.
So now
So
Artie
many Rocketeers.
needs like destroyers maybe too to counter. Oh, so he is going to bring the army in to support the next aircraft carrier, try to attack from the bottom side. Leaves himself very exposed up here. Keep in mind, guys, right here it is gapped up. So Max does not realize how vulnerable this section of the map is, and Artie's hoping that he doesn't figure it out. Aircraft carrier in now. Artie's putting all of his eggs in this basket. He's going to try to support the aircraft carrier and use it to try to clean things out here. Here comes the aircraft carrier, 2 Patriot missiles to counter. Artie needs to try to go up and try to snipe one of those Patriot missiles if he can. And Max is going to pack up and leave with the MCV.
This is a crazy game here. Max was so ahead at one point, and Artie somehow trying to make a comeback here. Oh, big engagement here.
Yep.
Let's see what happens. Patriots, Rocketeers. Another Patriot comes up. Max is going to lose Rocketeers at an alarming rate here.
And the cruisers are doing
Elite
work from the
IFV.
water. Oh my
the
god.
Elite IFV goes down.
Artie's going
And
to come out.
Artie wins.
No, what? No. Wait, the weather storm.
Artie's
The weather
gonna
storm's
win
ready.
this
The weather
game.
storm's coming. Is he low power? Oh my god, here comes the weather storm. No way.
Oh, and an elite tank.
Oh, the
destroyer.
weather storm.
Oh my god.
Oh, he doesn't lose the battle lab, though. The aircraft carriers are still out. Oh, but Artie doesn't have anything to defend. He has to try to use the aircraft carriers to target the prism tanks. The elite tank destroyer. Oh,
Just
no.
melting those aircraft carriers. This is just nuts. 2 shots. 2 shots for an aircraft carrier from that elite tank destroyer. And Artie all of a sudden in a devastating position here. And Max looking super duper strong. Another aircraft carrier comes out. This tank destroying the prisms, doing work on the front lines, trying to get those prisms with aircraft carrier. And there are mirages here, but Max also has a lot of mirages in the center. Again, if we look at the kill counter, Max
Holy
is still
shit.
ahead here. And the timer's ticking, Ivor. One more weather storm, and the timer very close behind that. Pushing on the right-hand side, Artie pushing on the left. What's going on? My head is about to explode.
I know. There's just
Artie
no
loses
way.
his MTV, elite prism, and it looks like Max is gonna win this match. This
Yep.
is just insane.
And the question is, can Max take it out before the timer? And I think he can, and he wants to. There's no reason to let this one go to points. And Max has so many Rockies up there. So many Rockies, no anti-air. Hey, but hats off to Artie. And I'll tell you what, to blunder so heavily the opening and then still make Max work for it that hard, my absolutely tip my hat to Artie there. He
Insanity.
never gave every single thing. He was constantly thinking, what's the next move? What else can I do? What's the next move? What else can I do? And he did that till the very end. And and it was very beautiful. And as your opponent, as Max, you got to be thinking, damn, I won that one, but he made a lot of mistakes, and I barely won. I mean,
Wow.
yep,
Wow.
what a
Wow.
game.
What a game.
Yeah, so if Artie wins one more, well, I think the argument could be made that Artie already has.
No, Artie needs to win one more
Oh,
to
Artie needs
have
to win
more
one more.
points.
Yeah.
To make sure Max has no chance at all. Otherwise, it's a tie. Currently, it's a tie.
Right. So if
If
Artie
Max
wins
wins the next 3 games.
if Artie wins one more, yeah.
And this is going to be an uphill battle for Max, but Max proving that he is down for it. He is up for the challenge. And now Artie gets Soviet, Max gets Allied. I'll be back in a second.
All right. Yeah, and for those of you guys thinking, hey, this is a 3-way championship nonsense counting points, I don't like that. I completely agree. Next time you guys see Monster and Going, make fun of them for me. Tell them they ruined our stream. I'm just kidding. We're having a hell of a time. I'm having, you know what? There's no better way that I'd spend a Sunday afternoon than hanging out with you guys watching Blitz games. All right, here we go. So game number 3 here. Artie's just got to put one more point on the board. Max took home that last one, but man, Artie made him work for it. Super Dog topside, takes out a couple GIs. So Max going to bring the GIs, and Artie out with that super early radar. Here comes the Deso. Deso to counter. And Artie's very low power right now. But Artie does have that Deso out, completely stops those GIs in their tracks. Smart of Max, he's not going to suicide him. He's going to pull him back, regroup, fight another day. Good use of that Deso. So now, would have been actually interesting to see a build there where, because of the chain link fence, you can't take the power plant until you have a tank, which is kind of annoying. So you have to have a War Factory out first. So now we come a drone for Artie. It's interesting. Now Artie is behind on tanks, so maybe that's why he's going drones. He's going to try to even this out, but the drones are really risky on this map because the crater can counter them. You go in the crater, it gets rid of the drones. So drones are a little bit risky. Artie going to take that power plant. Hopefully that gives him a bit of an edge here to try to catch up a little bit. But Max looking tough, trying to put some early pressure on Grizzlies and GIs, and he's got a sniper in the group now. So there's a sniper in that group to counter the Deso, and that's tricky. The Deso slows things down, but as soon as the sniper's out, makes things tricky. And that sniper in the IFV, ooh, Deso. Oh, and Max is going to take... Max allows himself to take quite a bit of damage from that Deso. That is not ideal. Does lose it, though. Not too big of a deal. He has the crater, so he can always go heal up if he needs to. Oh, and here comes Artie right away with a group of rhinos on the bottom side. And Artie's looking for an MCV hit. He is going to pull back to try to defend himself. Questionable tank control from Artie here. And with that paradrop and a pillbox coming, pulls the GIs as well. So Artie's forced to pull back here. Artie does not want to get in range of these GIs. They completely tilt the tides here. And they do that elite GI doing work. The paradrop joins the party as well. So now a Deso coming to try to slow things down here. Ooh, Artie throws one tank for no reason. Don't love that. Okay, but Artie is able to slow things down. And Max out now with a tank destroyer. And a super early battle lab from Artie. Wow, very interesting.
Yeah, and Artie has the money to support it.
And I think we'll see Dreadnoughts coming. And so with this base stretch on the bottom side. Oh, and a Kirov right on the front side. Oh my god. Oh my god.
But the Rocketeers and Tank Destroyers are here. Okay, Flat Cannon comes out.
And the tank destroyer.
The Kirov on top of the MCV.
He's got to run with the MCV. Rockies.
What can Artie get here? Going for the barracks? Really, that's a target? You had an oil there.
So if he can get this oil, it would take the War Factory with it. And so he's going to get this, and then he almost snipes the other War Factory. Does pull back. Those tank destroyers are a little bit scary. Not able. So Max, ooh, and a questionable tank control here from Artie again.
Yeah, he's dealing with the power drop on the bottom right.
He's trying to go for the MCV. Can he get this
He
MCV?
gets it.
Oh, he gets the MCV.
Max out 3 oils and radar tech. Artie gets a lab back out. He's on 3 war factories. Artie's way ahead here.
Artie's way ahead. Yep, he was able to get that MCV, and Max quits out.
Wow. All right, so Artie has secured his position.
So whisper it, okay? Artie,
yes. Yeah, but don't tell him.
Artie is going to the championship. Congratulations, Artie, but don't tell him. Okay.
Let's see if we could fool them. One second. Let's see if we could fool them. Max has GG's. But don't tell them that Artie has already secured his spot. He won the points. Oh, Max has been keeping track. He's not going to give us free entertainment. Damn. Oh,
Oh,
you
and he
tried to
leaves.
seduce him, but he left.
Okay, all right.
Uh,
Damn, I wish he would have kept banging out there. They were putting on a show for us, but unfortunately, we weren't able to trick Max into keeping playing for us. So that is it, guys. Artie beats Max. Artie beats Ed. Artie OPOP. Artie taking home the $50 from today. He's taking home the $10 from yesterday, and he's coming down to play Quas down here. Now, the reason he's playing Quas in a bracket that you play Quas, because Quas won the last tournament, his advantage is that he gets to play the worst player in the next tournament. That's how, I mean, the
I
lowest ranked.
thought
That's the
I
idea.
thought Quas. The reason you did that was because Quas is the worst player in this bracket.
So it's set up. The idea is like, so it's Quas was first place, Zed was second place, and then we have Zane and Jaz. So it's supposed to be set up by like top players, and they get sorted. I don't. That's the idea. But Quas is the number 1 seed. Artie's the number 8 seed. So that's why they're fighting each other. RDOP.
Wow. But
RDOP.
Artie, yeah, Artie really giving us a show today, and wow. I mean, Ed, Max, everyone, they're high-level players, and Artie proving that he's just better than them.
That's it. I mean, that's already looking so tough. Oh man, that was fun. I wish Max would have finished the series, but we'll get to see some more. I can't wait to see Artie and Quas. If Artie puts on a show versus Quas, oh my gosh.